Wow. How long has it been? 3 or 4 months now?
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Here we are.
A lot.
Still alive.
Still alive, actually.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was it was interesting 4 months, to say the least. What's it called? Welcome. Hello.
Yeah.
Addicting Air here. Haven't done a real life video in a bit, but here we go. Another podcast
Here we are.
with a repeated guest.
Oh.
Because we got so many on the guest line.
Happy to be here. So happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing better to do.
Not really, but it's been raining all day too. I thought that was rain. It was just a car. Oh,
Yeah, no.
it was pounding last night.
I wanted to go swimming, but that wasn't gonna happen with rain. Actually, I should have.
You should have. You can still swim. The pool
Yeah.
stays warm.
It's not a heated pool,
Oh,
so it would have gotten colder.
it probably already is cold then. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Is hot tub warm?
of course the
Sit
hot
in the
tub's
hot
warm.
tub. It's fine.
Yeah, but I don't get to exercise if I sit in the hot tub.
There's stuff you can at least stretch.
Stretch in the hot tub.
It's important.
I got some passion. Hashtag not sponsored. Yerba mate.
I just stay with the traditional one that they got. I would have made you mate, but I didn't have a lot of spare time, so
No, it's good. It's good.
we settled for stopping at Ralph's.
Can we see each other? I think we're all good.
As long as we're in frame.
Yeah. So I guess
So
where
you're a
did?
streamer now. That's
Oh, we're
what's
starting
changed.
with that.
Let's
Yeah.
start with that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm streaming. You know.
That's been like a month now. Over a month.
Yeah. It's I think coming up on 2 months, maybe a month and a half. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that, but you know, I'll get on at 7 and just play a game.
Yeah.
It's
How
going
long
well.
did you stay up? You looked like you stayed up for a while yesterday.
Oh no! It was just I went on a rant on stream that kind of drained me. You don't actually
Yeah.
aren't sitting there for hours. You just get that 1 hour that's really drains you. That's what kind of happened.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I play a little mobile game. I decided to play a game that's not so big, like a
Yeah.
AAA game where it's there's only 5 people streaming it. So if you want to watch the game,
Yeah, so then you're going to be watching one of the 5 people that are streaming it.
exactly.
2 of them are in Russian.
Exactly.
One of them's in Spanish, so narrows down options. But
Yeah.
that's a good way to go for it. One of my friends used to do that. He used to stream Wizards 101 for
Oh.
a bit. So
That was a popular game back
yeah,
in
no,
the day.
he got pretty okay views with that. I think he had 26 viewers a stream at one point.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and he stopped streaming. So
We'll see. I mean, for now, I'm getting a decent amount of money. I mean, not
Yeah.
a decent amount of money, but for playing games, it's a
literally
good amount
any
of money.
money is decent money right now.
Yeah, no, especially because I don't even have to really do any work. I just play the game and I talk to
Yeah.
random people. So
So what are you playing right now then?
this is a mobile game. It's called Seven Deadly Sins. It's based on an anime. It's one of those
Okay.
gacha games.
Yeah.
So I just play that and I just sit there and
Nice.
talk with the other 10 people that watch me or something.
Do you make videos for that too, or is it just?
Yeah, it's a couple. My last 5 videos have been on it, but sometimes I'm just too lazy to sit down and record something, so I'll just turn on the stream. It's a lot easier, but ad revenue is not the same.
Yeah. Well, ad revenue's not coming in yet anyway, so
Yeah, I made 30 cents out of ad revenue in Twitch.
30 cents more than me.
No, you just gotta get that first 50 followers, and then boom, affiliate.
No, I'm not streaming on Twitch. That might be a college thing.
College
That
thing.
might be a college thing.
We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically me and streaming right now. I
Yeah.
just literally just you know what? I'm streaming every day, and I just sit there every day and play a little bit of background music, turn on the game, and sometimes I'm not even playing the game. I'm just in the category drawing on
Yeah.
MS Paint, and people watch me make fun of me. But
It's hype. Hey, you need the people to make fun of
yeah,
you.
I'll watch some Hell's Kitchen from Gordon Ramsay and just react to it. Free content.
Yeah, that's hype. So, do you change to go under the IRL category when you do that then? Or
Sometimes.
do you not try and mess with those people?
The IRL category is weird.
Yeah,
Especially on
there's a
Twitch.
lot going on there.
Yeah, I don't even be mixed with that sort of thing, but sometimes I'll go on IRL. But It's just weird. Like most of the time, it's like doing my morning yoga session. Come and join. Like, okay.
Yeah, I haven't looked into what they're doing. I know there are a lot of people that just sit there and interact with Chad, and that's literally their stream. But
Yeah, that's another way. But first,
Yeah.
I gotta get people in my chat to be able to interact with someone. You know.
but hey, man, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle for
Hey,
sure.
hopefully, if we get there, then I can just stream and make money.
Hey, look at how far we've come in, what, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
Well, you were at 20 subs last time we did this. Now we're over 100.
Maybe not 20, but yeah.
So yeah, no.
Oh, no,
we're
like
probably
70 or something.
Yeah, but still, that's significant growth.
Yeah, I think I just hit 140, but that's mostly just from Twitch viewers. If I really push my YouTube, maybe I could take it somewhere.
Hey, we take Twitch viewers. We love Twitch viewers.
I doubt they'll watch something more than
Yes.
actually. The thing about Twitch viewers is they're like way more like dedicated to
Well, yeah.
videos than like they'll sit down and watch something for like hours.
Or it'll just be like background music. Like this would be perfect for your Twitch
Right,
viewers.
but for some
Exactly.
reason YouTube is like the best like time for a YouTube video is like that like 10 minutes.
5 to 15 minutes. yeah.
Exactly. And anything more, most people will just click off. So Twitch is more like if they come to your stream, like they actually might be there for like 2 hours just like talking to you. I feel like Twitch viewers are like they'll actually stay there.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's just different lifestyle. There's a lot of older people on Twitch. That's why it's nice,
Yeah.
you know.
So it works out a lot better.
Yeah, as long as you're not on like Fortnite or
I'll
something.
probably start doing like an IRL one for like 2 hours a day, just while I'm going for investments or stuff like that.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not
People to
that
talk to, maybe explain whatever's going on, but
someone's gonna jump into your stream and give you financial advice.
yeah.
Buy my stock.
Hey, if people have suggestions. That's what I'm looking for right now. I don't know what to invest in.
Well, then since we're in the whole market business, what do you think about this? You don't know about it, you know
It's
the
too
whole
volatile.
this
Like
GameStop
everyone's like,
stuff?
"Oh, are you getting in?" Nokia, dude, it's taking off to the moon.
To the moon, and they put little rocket ship emojis.
To the moon, baby.
Oh my god! But I don't know. That's why I was actually gonna 2 months ago invest in Ethereum. But,
Yeah.
I just kind of don't trust the market. I still don't.
You know what's happening with the whole GameStop thing? Like, why it keeps going
Yes.
up? Like, you understand the
Yeah, the
squeeze?
short squeezes. Yeah, they just realized that a big company's shorting a
Yeah.
lot of volume. So like, okay, whatever we have left, they're gonna have to buy back.
I mean, I was here to talk about Workhorse last time when it was like trading at $15 a share.
Oh, I see it on your Snapchat. So
Yeah,
it's
now
like
it's at 37.
37. Damn.
40 was the high that they hit yesterday. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't trust it
take
enough.
note, folks. Okay, take note.
Listen, if you want to really make money, it's best to just follow the people who have money, because this is the only time that there's some stocks that is not like that, right? But most stocks, like, people don't understand this, but it's kind of like being shown that it was like kind of where you have the news telling you that like these guys are just like some random Reddit like
No, it's a lot deeper than that.
I feel like
It's a lot deeper than that. Come on. You
I
can't just
feel
be
like it's been I feel like the stock market's been manipulated like this. It's just now you see it a little bit.
I don't think it's Wall Street Bets that's manipulating it though, because when you look at it, they're doing the same thing that these hedge funds have been doing. Because the hedge funds work with the news agencies, and whatever they're trying to push, they send out a script to the news agencies, and it all gets pushed through the media. Because the media is the thing that's manipulating it when you really look down into it. Because they decide what news comes out, what stories they air, what airtime
But
they
then
give
someone
to what
has to
story.
give them that story, and who's giving them that story?
Maybe
You know what I mean?
no one has to give it to them for them to manipulate.
No,
That's the thing, though.
Well,
No.
there's a kind of motive. You have to either manipulate it one way or the other way. That's why some people don't even listen to CNN anymore, because they know it's being manipulated, right? So it's like lost a little bit of popularity. But every news channel, like, they'll probably get the full story, and then they'll try to see, is it even worth reporting? Sometimes they'll just won't report it,
Yeah.
right? So that's the whole point of media will push it, but there's always people with the money that are funding these news, channels and stuff like that. It's been going on. It's just now it's really obvious, especially when you don't allow people to buy the stock
Yeah.
anymore. That's when it's really
No,
obvious.
What's criminals? Robinhood going out and selling people's shares in these companies for a loss.
Mm-hmm.
After they said that, oh, you can't trade this, you can't do this. And then they're saying, oh, because the stock's too volatile, we sold your position at like whatever amount it was,
Yeah.
and we're suspending your account until further notice. So you can't even touch the money that
It's been happening.
There's already class action
Listen,
lawsuits on it. They're going to the ground.
Let's
the ground.
nah.
The stock's going to the moon, and Robinhood's to the ground.
No, they're just gonna be like, oh, really? Here's a nice little like 20K fine. I'm telling you,
No, not a chance.
Trust me, it's gonna happen.
They can't sell people's stocks involuntarily like that.
They can do
They
whatever.
can't. No, they
if
can't.
You listen. There's a terms of service that's somewhere. Best time.
All right, there might be a terms of service.
Mojo! Hey, there's no one out there. Mojo! Hey, Mojo!
Cálmate, pero.
Mojo!
Cálmate.
Come here. Mojo! Hey! Hey, come here.
Venga.
Mojo, come here. Where's he at now? There's no one out there. You done? I'm gonna go after him. Hey! Relax! There's no one there.
Hey there, big fella.
Just sit.
Hey there.
Okay.
Big fella.
Okay. But okay. Listen, somewhere in the terms of service, okay, there's probably a little thing where it says like there's some little loophole, a little opening where they can argue in court.
But the terms of service isn't a be-all, end-all.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Listen, companies are worst case scenario for Robinhood. Worst case scenario, they declare bankruptcy and reopen as a new entity.
Yeah, which is probably what's going to happen.
Exactly. They won't even. No one will go to jail because whoever's responsible, it won't be an individual person. It'll be the company because the company's considered and like a person, like an entity, as that's the same.
In 2008, they found a guy that they pinned all the charges on that was a scapegoat for the big thing.
Right. They always do that.
He wasn't even the worst. Probably like an average sort of level guy in the whole debacle.
But
and people don't understand the scale of what happened in 2008, though. Like, they don't know that the entire system was failing at every level. The creditors were giving these ratings. The ratings agencies were giving ratings they shouldn't have been giving. Like, everyone knew that the system was broken and that it was going to fail, and they did nothing about it.
Right. It's probably probably gonna happen again. Honestly, it's sort of happening.
Not with the housing market, but
in a different way.
Yeah. With the way that they're shorting companies right now, they're putting themselves in horrible positions. The hedge funds, the brokerage systems, all of that.
Yeah. I don't think nothing will probably happen.
Because the only reason why they chose GameStop is because 130% of the shares available were shorted. So that means all of the shares available, and then there are 30 people waiting or 30% waiting in line just to get the chance to make it. And people don't understand how risky a short is. Like, if it works out, there's a great chance that you get good money, but there's infinite losses you can make with a short.
Well, yeah,
infinite
but
losses.
that's for the regular person, obviously.
Even for hedge funds.
No, because when you 100% short a sale like that, you almost bring it down yourself. If you do it at such a high volume, yeah, if me and you short like 10 shares, 20 shares, it's not even going to make a dent. But if you short like a huge amount, right, then you have control over the whole stock almost. And that's what most of them do. That's how most of these hedge funds make money. They just control one stock like that. They'll short a bunch of it, just make the price go down. Even if the company's doing good or not bad, it'll still go down because they're shorting the stock. So that's what they're trying to do. And then people start buying it, and that's what they ran into.
A lot of people also don't understand that for the most part, the stock value doesn't necessarily affect the company.
Right, never does.
Like, the only reason why GameStop and AMC were safe was because they released new shares.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But, I mean, that's
life.
What it is. I knew it was like this.
Yeah.
That's why it's usually better to just, like I said, follow the rich people until you bail out. You have to realize when to bail out, though, because there's a certain point where you know where it's going and it's gonna backfire. Like, you should bail out.
I wouldn't say necessarily follow the rich people. If you want a safe investment, you can follow the rich people, but
I'm gonna lose my mind. Mojo! Come here! Mojo! Come here. It's like imagining things. Oh man, the editing. No. It takes like 2 seconds. Hey. Sit here. Sit right there. Sit. Good boy. Alright, okay. Alright. What were you saying again? Follow the rich people?
I do the contrary. I try and get ahead of them.
I don't know.
You need to be very careful with it because there's a lot more risk in whatever you get defaulting or going down or just not being very trustable. But if you find a company with the right metrics that matches everything that the company's going in the right direction to, you should be fine.
I still disagree.
It's very situational, but I don't think
because I don't know. My dad was, like I said, he used to day trade,
Mhm.
and he got a lot of money and lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right. So he had, and back in like I think it was around 2008. Before it was like the housing problem. Also
Yeah.
stocks were like, he's told me he realized when to sell was when he went to like a club, and he like asked the girl in the club like that he knew she was kind of stupid, right? Because you can kind of tell, you get that vibe that she was also buying stock. So he realized that if dumb people are in it, then it's gonna finally fall, and he got out.
Yeah.
And it worked out for him. But the thing is, it's right now it's really getting popular. Like invest in this, do wholesale, do this, real estate. That it's getting, the value of some things are getting really high. That doesn't make sense.
If you don't know the patterns, you don't know all that, like there's no reason to even get into day trading. Like I have friends that make options and calls and they have no idea what's going on. They're taking these super risky calls and super risky options with not a clue in the world what they're for, what they do, how to use them. So that's why it's just like for long-term investments, you can get away with maybe trying to get in front of the wave. But I agree with you on short-term. That it's better to trade what everyone else is trading.
I don't know, but even if you make your calculations, like GameStop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You made your calculations on that kind of company, right? But like, let's say you didn't know that who's holding all the short, all the stocks.
Yeah.
And by just looking at the company, you're like, this is not going to go up, right? Even if you did all your research, you wouldn't have known that this stock would have skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So it's still, even if you do your research, I feel like it's almost as much as not doing your research, the gamble you're taking. Because at the end of the day, you either win or you lose. That's a 50-50.
Yeah.
That's how my probability works. You're
Well,
either making money or you're losing money.
I took that 50-50 on AMC because I bought in on Friday when it was like $4 a share. And I had no clue. Like none of this was happening until I want to say like
Monday
was when a lot of people started figuring out the Wall Street bets were going after like all these super highly shorted, like low cost stocks. So Friday I bought in and I just put $100 into it because at that point it was like throwing poop at the wall and seeing if it sticks. And if it sticked, great. I'd probably make like 3 or 4 times the money I put into it. And if it fell, like the $100 wasn't really going to change much for me. But it shoots up, and then when something starts shooting up like that, the hardest thing's letting go of it.
Yeah, I mean,
because
especially
once you're at 200, 300, 400%, and you're looking at GameStop, which went up by thousands of percentage points. It's like, do I sell now? Do I hold on?
Listen, what I would do is just sell when you're comfortable. Most people, they just put that little like limit on it, right? They'll say, hey, like if it goes above, well, for most things it's like 5%, I'm selling.
Yeah.
Right. So it depends, especially because yours is going to be like a short term, so you're probably going to have to pay more tax on it. Like it's like 40%. I want to say 50%. If it's under a year, if you hold the stock for under a year, you pay more tax on it. But I would just sell it and then use whatever money you get. Just keep putting it back into the market. I don't like using any type of money you get from the market.
I had a limit on it for $20, and it got up to $20, and the limit didn't execute for whatever reason. So I ended up selling all of it at 16.9, which is like. It's 300% profit. There's no reason not to.
I just use all that money you got and just put into some random trash.
But there's nothing really worth investing in right now because the market's flooding with investors that don't know what's going on. So they're buying, selling willy-nilly, and it's like, I don't want to day trade. There's this new thing that they're calling swing trading, where you're not day trading, you're trading a stock over the course of like a week.
Yeah, people do that.
It's retarded. It's like
My dad made money off of it. You just have to be careful.
But these are people that are swing trading with no knowledge of the stock, no knowledge.
Take
of the
advantage
patterns.
of it.
But I don't want to be that person. I'd rather help out my friends that have no clue what they're doing, and they be the person that's like, oh, you see, I can leverage my position now because whenever these folks see the 3 lines, which is a pattern that's not even a pattern on any random stuff, like the advice I'm seeing on TikTok, like these people that know nothing. They know nothing about the stock. They know nothing about a corporation. There's so many red flags. Like they're like, oh, get into capital, and I'm like, no. Like CCIV's the ticker. You're buying on the off chance that they'll get bought out by a bigger company. Like that's not a way you invest.
It's a gamble. It's a casino sometimes.
But that's not the point of investing. Like you want to be. These people don't understand. They're like, oh, I can only make money off of it. Like they don't see the risk in comparison to the reward. They're just zoning in on the reward.
Well, because most of the people that do invest it's extra money, right? So it's like a go big or go home for them, which I understand. I mean, some people, hey, if you have like your $100, right?
Yeah.
Like for some people, $100 is like pocket change almost, right? It's like, yeah, you know what? This guy on TikTok said, put it on this. Hey, I either make like if I hold on to it for a while, I make $500 or I lose $100. For them, it's like, you know what? Screw it.
Like
right?
if you have an extra $50 right now, chuck it at Dogecoin. Honestly. Buy some Dogecoin.
And people do that. That's what it is.
You have $50. I think it's trading like a cent, 2 cents,
maybe even
per
less.
George.
Maybe less. I don't know.
Per Dogecoin. I can barely say it. Jeez. But you can get a lot. And then if it keeps going up, because everyone's pumping into it, because that's the free market rebellion right now, because everything else is being restricted. So everyone that can't invest is like, I didn't get GameStop. I got Dogecoin. Even if you have $1, you can get Dogecoin. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, but then you could lose that $1.
Then that's what you need to know going into the investment.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't trusted it, and this kind of shows. Like it was like okay, yeah, I'd rather not.
That's the thing. Like investing in Workhorse, like I had all the data was pointing in the right direction. I had faith in the company. I had faith in what they're doing, and I had faith that there would be a market for the product that they had.
Yeah.
And so far, that's proven correct, and it's gone up. But like you could have all the right ingredients, and it still goes wrong.
Yeah, that's why it's like a casino. Even if you do your research,
it is.
If you're like, oh well, if I see people, if I'm playing poker and this is what's on the table, there's this is the percentage chance that my opponent has a better hand in poker than me. It's all luck and chance.
Yeah.
Right, so even if you do your research, if you just believe in the company and put your money in, and I think if you just put your money in and just not look at the stock for like a year, it's better that way, because if you keep monitoring it, it becomes like a part of your life.
Well, I monitor only like a few of them just to see on the daily, like, oh, how's it doing? Like, I'll check once a day and then I'll go off. This week, it's been insane. I've been checking literally every minute. I'm sitting there, like, reloading the tabs and everything. But it's fine. Like, I have nothing else to do right now. I have literally nothing else.
Make another YouTube video.
I check if it's snowing in Mammoth. I check if it's snowing in Big Bear. I see what the road conditions are. Try and feel it out. See when I can go up. And then I just see what else is happening.
Just make another YouTube video.
Like, I keep checking GameStop because this never happens. People don't understand. This never happens. Never. Never does it go up. The last time this happened was Tesla. The Tesla short squeeze. That was the biggest short squeeze up until now.
Well, to be fair, if something like this happened 20 years ago, no one would hear about it anyways. They would no even like if CNN wasn't telling you
20 years ago, because the internet wasn't a thing, so you wouldn't be able to do your own research. There was no forum, unless you were talking
even
about
10
it at the bar,
years ago,
and you convinced everyone in your city to invest in Dogecoin or whatever it is. Really love Radio Shack. Let's go all in, boys. Your entire city. It's like whatever your broker told you about a stock is what you had to believe, because they're the only ones with the information. They're the only ones that know the active price.
And these brokers will obviously will probably give you
And that's how you get
information.
Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, all of that, where these predatory guys are coming in, convincing you that some shit stock worth nothing is worth millions and that you're going to be a millionaire. Put your mortgage on it, Dan. Don't worry. Do you not trust me? Then you don't trust the market, Dan. You might as well not get a house, okay?
Yeah,
I'm asking for a small investment just so we can feel it out. If it goes well, I'll ask for more. But you need to have confidence in me, Dan. Okay, we've known each other for a while now. 5 minutes I've been talking to you. Stuff like that. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
Like, that was the only way that you could invest. It wasn't safe. Nothing was safe about it. Someone could tell you that they're sending a rocket ship to Pluto tomorrow, that this company's going to skyrocket. You're going to see it all over the news. And you're like, honey, you know we're going to Jupiter?
Yeah. I'm the type of person to just get something physical and just put it in a box and keep it, to be honest with you.
Buy gold.
That's what my dad does and my mom does mostly.
Buy gold. Just in case the economy tanks and we can flee to another country.
Listen, it started off with silver and gold coins. It ends with silver and gold coins.
That's what the aliens want, man.
Silver.
Yeah, that's why they came. That's why they came to the planet we call Earth. It was said that they just wanted to mine the materials, and then that's why they left after the Egyptians, because they took almost everything that they needed.
I've heard that people are like, well, it doesn't make sense. What if we start mining asteroids for gold and other resources? And I responded like, someone told me in investments class, I was like, well, first, let's get people on the moon again after 50 years. Then we'll start putting droids on asteroids.
We're gonna have to find a better source of energy for getting our stuff into space first, because I don't think the fuel being expedited, and then the amount of weight that rock's gonna have coming back to Earth, you gotta factor in that too. Like, I'm no rocket scientist, I just gotta say that, but
of course,
it seems a lot more complicated than fly up to a asteroid with a pickaxe, do some Minecraft, put in the backpack, and go back down.
Yeah, maybe not anytime soon.
No, not for a while.
I don't know.
But it's a good thought. Hey, one day, when we're in those big Wall-E ships flying around with our robots giving us food,
we're gonna be mining crypto on our computers and fucking mining gold off asteroids.
Living the dream, man. If I could figure out how to mine Bitcoin, I would do that. But it looks way too complicated.
No, it's a lot easier than you think it is. Actually,
isn't it based on like per IP you can only get like a certain amount or something? Like, how does that even work? Because I've heard a lot of people talking about how they're mining like crypto.
Yeah, well, first of all, you need the hardware for it, so it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you could run it on your laptop, but you're mining so slow.
You need a server box or something.
Yeah, so you could make a personal computer, but you're going to need like at least like $1,000 graphics card and a good CPU. Like, cool it and all that. Like, we're talking like at least a $5,000 if it's a personal computer.
Hey, but if you're mining Bitcoin, it's worth it because they're trading like 30,000.
Yeah, but you're gonna be getting like 0.000001 Bitcoin
per.
Look, depends. It's random. I'm pretty sure. I think it's almost like
it's randomized.
Yeah, it's like finding Bitcoin. It's not like a rate. It's not like a fixed rate, but there is like a certain amount of like network adapters.
So that's why people have like these huge server warehouses with a bunch of servers.
Because it's going so fast that it'll most likely get a lot per hour per whatever. So they are making money, right? Obviously, eventually they'll make money back on their investment, but.
Because this was pointed to my head because this dude had a crypto farm out in like middle of nowhere America, and he was on TikTok. He's like, oh, a lot of people have been asking, how do you keep the crypto farm safe during the all-weather time of year out here in winter? And then he shows this huge awning just covering this like entire server facility, and I'm like, so this is a thing. This is a thing. Okay. Yeah,
it's just if you're rich and you have a big server and you have lots of graphics cards. Into it. I mean, that's why right now graphics cards are hard to find because actually a lot of crypto miners bought all of them off directly from Nvidia.
Good for them, man.
And people who want to just like browse on the internet don't have a graphics card now. Like, it's out of stock.
I got my 1070. I'm good for a few years.
Yeah, you're good for 1070. But like anything that just came out this year is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, no. It took 10 seconds or like a
Less.
second.
Because they had bots on it. They had they had their crypto mining bots botting the next GPU with the fastest speed servers.
That's life, man. That's the world we live in now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it makes you money.
That's insanity, dude. That's insanity.
Hey, if you have the computer hardware, which some companies do, fuck it. Why not? I mean, if your business is down for the moment because of all this pandemic business, put the server on mining.
Well,
but yeah.
Unless you're a gaming network, then you gotta have everything open. Maybe even expand the number of servers you have. But I don't think they're doing that. To be honest,
no. Most individuals.
It's just more lag everywhere.
Yeah, most people are not gonna be able to do that.
Epic Games. Not the people for Rocket League. They should not have done that. I know, Mojo. I know. It's horrible.
You're going to lose my mind. Mojo! There's no one out there. They're just swimming or something. Mojo, come here.
I don't know how Mojo can hear him, to be honest.
Oh, it's probably just the rain maybe it's messing him up. That's possible. But usually he doesn't bark like this. Usually he's upstairs with us, just chilling, taking a nap.
Straight chiller.
Okay.
There you go.
Just shake it off.
Check it out. Check it out.
Alright, so what have you been up to? We talked about me and my streaming. We haven't talked about you.
Nothing really. It's still working. I've been doing a lot more research into stocks. Like, that's how I got into AME. Like, and I knew it was a complete shit gamble, but
it worked out.
So,
hey, make the money, and then now all that money you made from the stock market, just keep putting it back.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. So last time we were talking, I had $4,000, maybe a little less than that, in my portfolio, and now it's over 5.25, and I haven't put any more into it. It's just the returns I've gotten from it. So
is it in your IRA, or like what is it just? Like, is your portfolio in your IRA, I mean? Or
no. So it's a non-retirement one. So whenever I take money out of it, it's when I'm going to get taxed on it.
Okay. Well, just because some people does the IRA.
Yeah. We'll wait for the next president. Just, I think Biden just doubled the capital gains tax.
You're asking some of that.
I don't know if it's gone through yet. They still need to figure that out. He will eventually.
What I heard, last thing I heard that Biden signed was...
Mexico City. You hear about the Mexico City Act that he revoked?
Oh, that's something else. But I was talking about him. You're able to basically get into any sport if you identify as
I heard about that too.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
That was like...
I saw one of those on TikTok where it was, these two guys that like looked at and they're like, we're going D1.
Yeah. It's true though. That's how it is. That's how people are going to be like, hey, a scholarship, free money to go to school and pay for my education.
We don't even have to cut it off, man. It's great.
Hey, I mean, they're just going to identify it as it, and hey, sports could be ruined, but
hey, WNBA about to get a lot more viewership. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, at least
more competitive.
At least at the international level, it won't be that way, but at the national level, it will. So we're not going to see this type of stuff in FIFA or anything.
No. You think Saudi Arabia is going to go to a tournament where that's allowed?
I don't think so. Okay, what I've been doing, I've been like studying the cybersecurity stuff because my dad's into it. He's like, security for the bank, and I've been taking these like online courses because you have to get certificates. The way that computer science works is like you could go to school, go to college for it, but you won't really get you won't get more like pay, right? It's just depending on your skill, and most of your skill you can just acquire from online because it is computer science.
Yeah. Well, and it's all over the place. Like you can find lessons on everything,
exactly,
on YouTube or wherever you search. So
right. So, but the thing is that like the difference is computer science, like it doesn't require you to have like a degree in anything. Yeah. Right. Like you could have a degree that might be a little bit more beneficial, but you're not gonna like separate people that this guy went to this school and this guy went to the other school. It's the same. At the end of the day, they're both using computers. They're accessing Google Chrome, hopefully, or whatever. I don't want to say Safari sucks. Yeah. But and they're doing their work. So I've been doing that. Probably gonna take a test next week, I want to say. But in terms of school, I've been just like AFKing, not doing it.
Yeah, same.
Second semester.
I mean, I've done everything. Like, I got pretty decent grades, except for calculus,
Oh yeah, how'd you do in that?
Your dad was right. That's all I'm going to say. Your dad was right. I passed. No, I got a pretty good grade. I almost got a B. I was literally 0.2 away from getting a B. We almost pulled it back there at the end.
Yeah, but I didn't even take my cooking final. I'm not gonna lie
Still
to you.
got a 4.0, so we'll take it.
Yeah, same actually. All of my grades were like A minus, A minus. Oh, weighted?
Weighted 4.0.
Mine, I don't even have weighted classes,
Yeah.
so 4.0.
Because the weighted calculus would be a B,
Mm.
and then my weighted gov, I got like 99.8 in the class, so that's 5. So it evens out. Thankfully, 4 classes. We take it.
Yeah, so I got 4, but they were all like A minuses. I didn't even take my cooking final because I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
Didn't need it.
Yeah, so I'm just all A minuses.
That's what I learned how to make focaccia bread.
Focaccia bread, what's
Yeah.
that?
Have you been to Maria's?
No.
It's the bread they serve at Maria's. It's like I think it's Greek, maybe Italian. That part of the world they make
That part of the world.
That part of the world. I don't want
Europe.
to offend anyone, so we're
Just say
No,
Europe,
it's
yeah.
like Southeast Europe, like the
Okay.
Balkan sort of area.
All right.
So I know it's over there somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's origin unclear. What happens?
Well, that's good. At least you're learning cooking.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't take culinary. You might as well.
I didn't want to have to do homework assignments for cooking. Like, I've learned how to make stuff. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned a couple of things because I was good at cooking, but I didn't know how to bake.
Yeah.
Now I'm better at baking. I can make like biscuits.
You see,
and, like,
I'm the other way around. I kind of knew how to bake, but I actually learned how to cook stuff now. Just to prepare myself for moving away for college.
Right.
Hopefully,
Hey, at the end of the day,
if we get into good schools.
you could always just just a cup of noodles,
Yeah.
hot water, boiling water, boom.
I learned how to make the dishes my mom makes that I like. Because that's all you need.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, also you need the time to sit there and
Yeah.
actually get all the ingredients and then put it
It's
together.
It's not that hard.
It's not hard, but you just
Yeah.
need, you also need the tools. You need like the bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
You just need to buy your equipment first.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, some dorms come pre-prepared with some stuff.
Well, I mean, is there like a communal cooking area? I probably won't want to use it, even if there was, because I've seen some pretty bad, like some war criminal like level cleaning job going on there. But
we'll see.
we'll see.
But,
Where do you want to go if you get into all the schools you applied to? You thought about that?
For me, if I get into everything I apply, it's either Santa Barbara. Actually, well, first,
Yeah.
if we go to school,
Yeah.
it's
No, UCs are supposed to be in person. So
supposed to be. That's what
they said they're going to be back.
You know who said we're going to be back by last year? Our school did. They're like, we'll be back by finals time, guys. Yeah, okay. It's not. It's we passed by a whole year. We lapped ourselves and we're still not in school.
It happens.
Yeah. So they not until they confirm it. I'm not going to take a supposed.
Mm-hmm.
If they confirm that we're going in person, right? Not like half in person, half online. No, in person. Right, then I'd probably either between Santa Barbara, UC Santa Barbara, and UCLA.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, UCSB is like looked cleaner. It was like a nicer campus in my opinion, but
Then UCLA?
yeah.
Really?
I think so.
UCLA is such a clean, nice.
It's such a nice
though.
campus, but the area around Santa Barbara was just
Yeah, La Jolla is pretty
way
nice.
better. I feel like the actual campus
Or
maybe
not
not,
La
but like
Jolla.
where it was situated was a lot
Is it
better.
Galena? I forget.
I don't know. They have a lake.
I know La Jolla's SD.
I've been to SD. SD's different. SD's like multiple colleges in one
Yeah,
college.
that's where I want to go, though.
So, yeah, it just depends which one you signed up for. It took me like an hour, 2 hours just to figure out what each one
I had
does.
to ask so many people.
Yeah, I was like, so which one's the good one? It's like, well, it depends what you want to take. If you're like
Yeah.
a history, then you might want to go to like a Warren or something.
What if you end up in the wrong one for your major because it was maxed out? That's what I'm scared of.
Most of the time, you'll get into first or second choice. And if you get into
If
third,
you get into the school.
yeah,
Once again.
it'll happen. I honestly think that less people are applying than usual.
Yeah. Or at least less international, which normally higher
Even
bar.
even less. I guess like I don't know because I mean, it did hurt people, the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard for some people to pay, and they don't want to take out that kind of loan.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are actually looking at community colleges now, especially if it's online.
Which is good. Which is what people should be doing.
Right, and a lot of people left colleges now because they don't want to pay the tuition and sit at home and on their computer doing classes. Obviously, they'll just take the free community college route.
Yeah.
So I think there's less capacity, like less people there and less people applying, so we probably will get in.
So hopefully. For you personally, UCSB, UCLA,
San Diego probably.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think I applied for Berkeley and like, what was the other one?
Would you go to Berkeley if you got
No.
it? You were just like, we'll see.
No, I wasn't going to. I was like, you know what? Just put it on, slap it on. Even if you get accepted, just you could deny.
Yeah,
right?
and then I can tell all my friends that you got into Berkeley, like one of those.
Yeah,
That's
I got accepted, but I rejected.
That's what my dad did. He applied to all the ones he wanted to say he could get into.
Just so he could say I didn't go. Yeah, but what about you? What are you? So UCLA is first for you, or San Diego's first?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Just because of the major offered. So for San Diego, if I got in, it's international economics, which I'm really hyped about. Because that's kind of what I've been doing actually recently. Like on YouTube, there's a bunch of like econ videos and like stuff explaining like how countries function, like GDPs, history. So I get really weirdly intrigued by that and fascinated. So we enjoy that.
Why not?
And then backup major is international business, which I'm not sure if that's useful for literally anything. I'd probably switch to normal econ at that point.
Yeah.
But SD, probably UCLA second, and then UC Irvine third. If I got an SB, I don't know if I'd go. And to be completely honest, at that point, I'd rather just go to Pierce for 2 years.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then probably go to UT Austin or something.
Yeah, it's just different because for what I'm trying to do, I guess it's like I don't want computer science. What computer science is teaching me is like programming and shit and like stuff that I'm gonna be dealing with, like protecting the code. I don't have to learn how to code it to like know how to protect it. It's like separate because it gets complicated. So I really don't need to even go to college if I don't need to. If I keep like if I'm actually dedicated and I do all my courses and certificates, I don't really need to go to college. But I mean, the experience would be nice. It all depends how it plays out.
Yeah, econ kind of need to go to college.
Yeah, because they care about your degree and stuff.
Well,
like that.
and it's a lot of networking and stuff that you do while you're at college. So like even if I become an accountant or an auditor or whatever, which is still an accountant to be fair, but different branch of accountant, I guess. It just
no, yeah, your education or the certificate or not the cert.
Oh, they love that piece of paper. They love it.
What's it called? It's called a
degree.
Degree, yeah.
There
Even though it's
we
the
go.
same thing as a
We got there in
certificate.
the end.
It's the same thing as a certificate. They call it a degree.
Diploma is high school. Is it still college diploma? I think it's a degree.
They just call it different names, but at the end of the day, it's just, hey, you completed the course. Congratulations. It's the same thing. They all say the same thing.
I'll take it.
Right? If you do it online, if you do it at home, if you do it anywhere, it's still going to say you completed this course. But it's going to have like the little like stamp of, UCLA or Berkeley or whatever.
Why not? Why not?
It's if your job cares about that stuff, then yeah, it's a beneficiary.
Yeah, this is one of the industries that they care a decent chunk about where you go.
That's true. For me, it's just like it doesn't even matter. People in my dad's work, like his whole team is full of people that just are on online universities.
Yeah.
Because they just know how to do their job and they don't care.
Need,
yeah. Because it's pretty much just like
experience is more valuable than learning in a classroom what the conceptual side of it is.
Yeah, they just because it's computers. Hey, this is what's going on. It's pretty like straightforward. It doesn't get like there's no gray areas really in it. So that's how it works.
So you want to go into like building firewalls and stuff then, or?
Well, I haven't really thought of exactly where, but probably the security. My dad says security is probably better than networking.
Yeah.
In terms of like how they pay and how easy the job is, because he's in networking mostly sometimes.
And he's like, fucking security guys.
No, it's because they just make more money and they sometimes even do less. Because sometimes you could just you
can automate most of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can just if they're like, hey, can you test out our like security, and all the person has to do is, hey, you can either make the security or you can test it. You can just run your own bot testing their security and get paid for it, just clicking a button or something.
Yeah.
So it just depends how good you are, and They pay you for just like breaking into their systems.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I mean, someone has to. I mean, try it out. I mean, you can't think it's secure without trying it out.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope though, because if you get really good at that, then they're not going to pay you as much as you'd be able to make if you were on the illegal side of it.
No, you'd be surprised actually, because, I mean, you're just as valuable to them as someone who's protecting the service, right?
But the machine's not going to pay you as much as the machine makes.
Yeah,
like, there's billions.
Well, but
and billions in
then
the
at that
system.
point, it depends. Do you really need $1 million, or does like $250K a year decent enough for you to live and do whatever you want?
Yeah.
And especially because you don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to. You can live wherever you want, really.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go to like Texas with like barely any taxes, sit there,
Yeah.
and $250K is way more than enough for you.
Well, depending on how big the corporation is. 'Cause
Right.
if it's a multi-state corporation, you're paying taxes in California, Texas, New York. At that point,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, at that point,
You're
yeah.
paying income tax for everyone.
So it depends how good you are, because if you keep finding ways to break in,
Yeah.
and then they'll trust you more. Like, this guy knows what he's doing. We'll see. I'm not,
That's what's backwards to me. You take a one-day business trip to California, you're paying your year's salary in California state income tax.
Yeah.
Just because some of your business was done in California.
Yeah, that's why most of them are situated not in California, where the building is. But we just had a little bit of high taxes. People are leaving our state
Yeah.
really fast.
And now that Newsom's trying to handcuff them with taxes. So that,
That's not gonna happen.
yeah, but I've heard rumors that, like, oh, if you're a basketball player and you played in the University of California, or you learned the art in a high school in California,
That's not gonna pass
then you're
anywhere.
professionally going to be taxed.
All right, then no one's gonna go to the California schools. Good luck.
Then
with
no
that.
one's going to live in California.
Exactly. Congratulations. Who are you gonna tax if there's no one in your damn state? Everyone's gonna move to Utah, to Arizona, to even New Mexico. Just
That's so
move
bad.
east until you get closer to the middle, where there's less and less taxes.
At that point, I'd rather, you know what? Because every time we talk about this, I'm like, I'd really love to leave California, but I really love the idea of being able to surf in the morning and then go ski in the afternoon. Like, you're not getting that anywhere else.
True,
Like,
but
it doesn't matter where you go.
where would you live where you could do both of those like,
Here.
in the same day?
Here.
Well, yeah, but I
You
mean,
go surf morning, then
Well,
you're
let's be
driving
real.
up to Big Bear, you'll be up there by 12. Mountain closes at 4, you get 4 hours of skiing still.
if you're that kind of person, go for it. But for most people, they don't have the time or the money to do that.
If I'm going to Big Bear, I'm leaving at 4:30 in the morning.
Hey, some people don't have the time to go 4:30 in the morning. Like, I got fucking work today.
Yeah, but if you block out a day, you're not gonna go. You're not gonna go for a single day.
Yeah, but you're gonna be
to Big Bear.
exhausted.
Yeah, no, I am.
No, like
I
even
am.
not like going to Big Bear. The whole day, you're just gonna be exhausted. You might not enjoy it as much because you've worked the whole week, and your one or two vacation days is like, all right, now I gotta drive up there, which is, I mean, it's a drive, but it's annoying because it's twisted.
a track. When it's snowing, you got to put chains on. It's a track.
Oh, if you go like that kind of routes, then yeah.
Well, but that's when you want to go.
Those are the best
every
ones.
way up the mountain, and that's when the good snow is. So that's the only real time you want to waste.
Well, that's for like
what
the
they're charging
hardcores.
right now. Yeah.
So if you're that hardcore, but most of the time the road it's just there's a lot of twists in it, so you could get like a headache.
It depends which way you go up. You go up the back way, you're fine.
Yeah, but then it takes
Through
longer.
Victorville, no, it doesn't. 30 minutes more. It's fine. That time in the morning, especially.
Oh well, yeah, if you go, but most people will leave at like 7 a.m. 4:30 is kind of dedicated.
It's
Those
a
are
lot
the
of fun.
dedicated.
It's a lot of fun.
No, it's fun for sure.
Until you have to come back.
Yeah, when you come
It's
back
like,
and your feet are
you've been
sore.
up for 12 hours.
It's a rough.
You gotta drive.
Everyone's like, your feet are sore for being in those boots all day, and like snow went in, so your feet are frozen basically.
Oh, dude.
Oh, and you got some blisters or something. It's not good. It's
Dude,
not a
don't
good
get me
experience.
started.
So if you're dedicated, go for it.
Depending
But-
where I go to college, I might get a pass for the year next year. Because my brother just bought skis, so I might buy skis. Maybe.
Hey, put the AMC money into
It's
it.
expensive. I only
Yeah.
paid $500 on AMC. That's not covering anything. Skis are expensive.
Yeah, I snowboard, but even those are expensive
Yeah.
as well. because
So I rent when I go because I only go once or
it's
twice
most
a
of
year.
the time it's better to rent because sometimes you'll buy like those times where you go to like you go to Six Flags and they're like, oh, the annual pass is only like $20 more than the like general admission pass for that one day, and you're like, oh well, I'll have it for the whole year, but
And
most
then
of the
you never
time
go back,
you never go back more than once, so you lose out on it.
Because people get lazy. That's the thing. They're like, well, I could go and it will be fun, but it'll be tiring. I could just watch Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Never
me,
stop.
it's just I'll probably just make a YouTube video. That's my thing. Just,
Yeah.
I'm that bored.
Why not? Or you can just stream, talk to the people. It doesn't matter.
That's my way of passing time. I have to do more YouTube videos.
My big question is, what were we ranting about yesterday?
Ranting about yesterday.
You said you had a big... or 2
Oh,
days ago.
it was about a game, and it's like... it's not something you'd know, but it's like some person in the community like ran a boycott against the mobile game, and it was pretty big. But then, like, they kind of told him straight to his face, like, so basically, okay, I'll just give you a quick version of it.
Yeah.
So it's a gacha game. So like new characters come out, and you use like in-game currency, or you can buy the in-game currency, and get the characters. You know how those games work. And they've been like pushing good units too fast for people who don't want to spend like thousands of dollars. So there's the one like the biggest YouTuber in the community. We're talking like 150K subscribers, not insanely big, but still decent. Like made a boycott and it got pretty big. It went from like 4.8 star reviews to like 2 star reviews.
Yeah.
So, but then after the whole, like, his whole point was to slow down the units, and then in their apology, they said, hey, we're slowing down, and then in that same apology, they said, hey, we're rushing a new unit. And he accepted it, and he said, hey, put a 5-star reviews. I was just ranting about that. It's...
Because nothing happened.
Nothing happened, and he sat there and he accepted it, and that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, well, he was probably losing money too. Cause
because it was
the game is what
exactly.
For,
that's why people felt like they were like sold out upon.
It's a compromise.
Nothing really happened.
No,
that's
it
what
wasn't
it wasn't really so that's what really pissed me off. But I got a subscriber out of it. Someone was like, "Damn, this guy's good at ranting." So some subbed. I got $3 out of it.
I love a good rant, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
But it really drains you. And you wake up and
it happens. Hey, it happens.
And Miss Hudson, not Miss Hudson. Jesus, yo, our new teacher. Hold up, let me get it.
Oh, Miss Groper.
You
know what? I was having an issue with her, but after I actually did the assignment, I'm like, this isn't actually that bad. I just gotta suck it up and do it. The problem, like, you don't like her is because you have to have your camera on now, and you've been sleeping through that class all year.
Okay, that's true. But at the same time, like, most of the time I'm on my computer, but I still turn off the... Because I have 2 monitors. You do too, probably.
Yeah, well, if I want to be on the other monitor, like, most of the time I'll sit there with, like, one window is just...
Yeah.
Like, the class and the other windows are, like, whatever.
Yeah,
like
I usually just throw something
else.
stupid on the other monitor. But, like, the good one, I was like, for games and, like, whatever I'm doing at the moment.
Of course. You can't not.
Yeah, I mean, my cooking teacher realized once, like, get off the games on your other monitor. I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, because you can tell when you're looking the complete wrong
Yeah.
That's when you got to move the camera so it's on top of the gaming monitor.
Nah, because that's not how it works. When you're streaming, you want to kind of look, it looks like you're looking at the game.
Yeah, like you're looking from the side.
Exactly,
I got you.
Exactly. I was thinking about that when I put my camera and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's... But I don't know. I had Groper for like 1 week, and in school it was really annoying.
Yeah, but
right, because she would literally make Socratic seminar after Socratic seminar, and like
reading the story
stuff.
looks like it's going to be annoying. That's the only thing, because she's like, oh, you need to put the proof here, so you can use in your essay. Like, when I'm writing essays, I'll literally just skim through the thing, find something that sounds like it kind of applies to my argument, just chuck it in there, no context, no.
That's what I did for Hudson's essay. I basically just quoted the wrong person. I said Rosencrantz instead of the player. Dude. And I got to like, my grade was at 89.9. And I was like, yo, I asked her, I emailed her, can I just make it up so I just get an A for the year? She's like, yeah. And I just literally just deleted Rosencrantz and just put the player, and I got an A.
She's not the teacher we wanted, but she is the teacher we deserved. You know what? Big ups, Miss Hudson. We're sorry.
Probably more people would listen to her if it wasn't a senior class, because teaching a senior class...
She was a pretty good teacher, though. All things considered. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Hamlet, not paying attention to that. I was bored so bored.
I think her problem was just sticking too much to Hamlet.
She loved it too much.
Yeah, it got it. Especially when we went to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, you see the same characters again.
It was just the level of detail. That was the only thing that really got to me. Like there was just like I didn't care for the monotonous stuff that like maybe her as a player really felt more intrigued by, and that's like I get that.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But she was okay teacher.
Hamlet was a good story, just didn't you take it 2 months on it?
More than 2 months. Way more than 2 months.
It was so painful.
But yeah, I used to play. I think I played Hamlet in the story.
Yeah.
When I was in 7th grade, I used to do like little theater acting.
Okay.
That was like way back when.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, my voice was loud, so they're like, you get the main parts.
Because you could project well.
Right, because at that age, no one's really projecting.
That's a lot of lines, though.
No, well, it was a shortened version, of course.
Yeah,
it was like a more like a because kids are watching it. You'd have like costumes come in and
I
watch.
never wanted to be the center of attention. When we did those like plays in elementary school, I was always like the one person that was up there for like a minute with six other people.
This was the thing. It was either you were on the stage performing or you were backstage standing up, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if I'm gonna stand up in the back, might as well just go there and say a couple lines, get a little bit of screen or
whatever play time.
So that's what I was thinking, and I for some reason at that time I was like, I'm going for the biggest role every time, and he kept giving it to me.
It's probably stage time. Now that
it's probably stage time.
Play time's what this is about. But close enough.
Yeah, but it's been a couple of rough months.
Yeah. It hasn't been that bad.
I mean, you wouldn't think this much would happen in this short span of time.
That's very true.
Right? Because when we made that last video, we were like, maybe.
It's the world we live in now, though. Like, this is just how much is happening. Like, there's a big news story once a week. And it's been like that since the last time we talked.
True, actually.
Like, we can't even cover everything because that much has happened.
Yeah.
Like, Tesla went from an $800 stock to a $1,600 stock, and now it's back at $800.
Oh, it went back down?
Yeah, because they multiplied the amount of shares by 4 times what were in circulation. So it went down to like 200, and then it went to 500, and then more people bought it. It's at 800 again. Like, it's insane. It's insane.
Hey, I mean, there's always ways that if you keep hearing, hey, Tesla's coming up with new technology, everyone's telling you, hey,
Tesla's
Tesla's
just an anomaly, because as the Wall Street Bets guys have told us time and time again, rule 1 to stocks is that they always go up.
It's true, but I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
You know what their slogan is?
What?
Making the S&P the world's biggest casino. Because for years they've been making the sketchiest, most risky options and calls and just having fun.
That's what it is.
Because they're moving around, like they literally.
If you have the money, it doesn't matter. It's literally just a casino for you.
Yeah.
Without it's just a little bit different.
It's crazy.
Hey, if you have the money, I don't blame them. If you're really making that kind of money that you don't need, and right now there's literally nothing to spend it on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to buy new shoes. I'm not going outside. I'm not buying new clothes. I'm not going outside. I'm not going to buy a car. I'm not going outside.
Well, I mean, it's
plane tickets, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just extra money on their hands at this point.
It's because the calls that they're doing are so high risk that they're basically buying them dirt cheap because no one's like, this isn't going to happen.
If it happens,
you won't pay me $1,000 and I can potentially lose 100. Like, I'll take the $1,000 because they have 5% chance of it happening, but you leverage the position, all that. So it's fun. It's really fun to look into it and see what people are doing.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's a game.
I
play video games. Some people play the stock market.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly how it works. You win some, you lose some.
Except you feel it more when it's actual money.
No, if you have that much money, I'm telling you, if you have that much money, you're
That's
like,
true.
I lost $1,000 today. Oh, well, better luck next time. People do it at the casinos. It's no different.
Yeah, I'd rather go. I feel better about people going to the stock market than going to casinos.
It's the same odds.
It is, but at least, house always wins, no matter which one we're talking about.
Exactly.
God, I love Wall Street. What a world, man.
It's itself. It's something that wouldn't have existed 10 years ago, but now it's the thing. You just have to be careful out there where you put your money. I'm just gonna probably just buy a couple pieces of gold and maybe a little bit of silver.
Buy Workhorse. Do it. Buy some workhorse.
I don't even have a single stock.
Buy some workhorse.
And then
Dogecoin, man, to the moon.
Nah.
Dogecoin to the moon.
I'd rather fucking buy other things
The free
that
market.
are useless. Free market, they say.
The free market.
The invisible hand, they say.
Love the invisible hand.
Yeah, companies don't get bailouts. The invisible hand.
Dogecoin makes me so
Like
happy.
I had Goldman as my economics teacher last semester, and he was like, "What is one thing that I could teach better in this course?" And I literally just in quotes I wrote the invisible hand, and that's it. And I said the Google form.
Love Bart.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but today was really interesting. Actually, today was like, so what he had was like a little timeline, and it was like liberal, conservative, like moderate. And it would be like stuff like controversial, like things that would like separate them, like defund the police. Do you think, like, is it defund the police or they're underappreciated? It would be like in blue and red, right? And you would be like, okay, well they're underappreciated moderately or something. It's like he's trying to like for one person, it's like kind of seeing where they're at.
Yeah.
So a lot of things, I didn't agree with that he agreed with, but
that's how the school system works.
Yeah.
Well, or that's just any conversation with any individual. There's going to be people you disagree with, and that's okay.
As long as you don't make fun of them. But that's not what happens in this country.
Oh, yeah, no. People are not great at accepting differences around here.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you think this?
And it's been amplified. Why did we amplify it? It's just...
Because people just like to argue for no reason.
No, it was going so great, and then the election comes around, and people...
It happens every 4
years.
But it's just, now you see it more. Every 4 years, you're probably going to see it more happen.
I think it's just because we're paying more attention to it. And the
Maybe.
media is also amplifying it, too. Because media got their pockets and everything. So
No, true. But, I mean, some companies are just like, you can tell.
Yeah.
Because some companies have more power than they should, but it's the way it is. You just got to accept
Fox,
it.
CNN, CNBC.
Mm-hmm. It's...
Bunch of scumbags.
They'll tell you whatever they want you to hear, but nowadays YouTube is kind of messing with them.
Yeah.
Kind of hardcore.
Love YouTube.
YouTube's a good platform.
But even YouTube, like they choose to promote what they want to promote, because what Amazon's taught everyone is you can make it a commodity to be the first person to come up on a search result. Where they're not leaving it down to the algorithm anymore. They're starting to step in. Mm-hmm. And force people higher up and offer ads to be the top position or whatever.
Of course, just... when I only watch like very niche gaming videos, and like when I'm going through my recommended, I know what's going to be on my recommended.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's nothing there that's going to be like really off that I've never heard before, like way far off. But when it's
every
like
now and then they throw
right,
something.
but then when I one time I refresh my recommended, it's like King Kong versus Godzilla trailer. I'm like, they paid for that shit. No, I'm not even supposed to be near a trailer.
I refreshed it one time and it was like this Russian battleship from years ago that rammed into like a U.S. destroyer, like a Russian destroyer, U.S. destroyer, and it was like they didn't even touch, but they just got close. And then like some like Vietnam era song was in the background, and it was.
Yeah, sometimes I read it, but what I'm talking about, like
8 million views, and everyone's like, "We all get recommended this."
yeah. But no, I'm talking more about like the trailers and the like the trending page, where it's the Ellen show and the Jimmy Fallon show, and you look at the views, it's like 800K, and then you look at a PewDiePie video, it's already at like 3 mil in like half the time, and you're like,
because they know what works and they know what keep people on the app.
Wouldn't it technically keep more people on the app if there's more people watching a PewDiePie video?
Yeah, but that's because they know PewDiePie has a super high retention of viewership, everything like that. But
so that's push him on trending.
That's why Mr. Beast gets over 30 million views in the first day or two that his videos are up.
Yeah. Well, because he's figured out that, hey, people literally have such a low attention span that, like, if something's not going on, or if money's not being spent in the thousands of dollars every, like, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, someone's clicking off the video.
I watched a video on it, on how Dude Perfect became so successful and how all their videos were going viral. Mm-hmm. And it was basically like delivering on the promise. So it starts with the thumbnail showing you something. And from that thumbnail, from the title, you have an idea built up on your head of what you're about to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is within the first second, they're delivering on the promise by showing you some sort of trick shot in whatever category the video is in that they made. Then they introduce the video. And it's something insane. Like once every 10 seconds, they deliver on the promise like 2, 3, 4 times. Like an insane amount of action just compiled into like a 5 or 10 minute video.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what keeps the viewership up, which pushes it through the algorithm. And because they're so great at making the thumbnails and directing your attention to something, they also have a higher click-through rate whenever the video is presented. So for years, they were just playing the algorithm.
That's true. But at that point, did they really think about the algorithm, or do you think that it just kind of works for them?
They found out that this worked really well and they stuck with it. And then maybe they started to understand what the formula was they're going with, because maybe you have some videos that don't do as well because it's more personality based or this or that or whatever. But
yeah.
So that basically explained it to me. And you can apply the same thing to Mr. Beast. Like he's giving out money at like such a high rate that like, oh, I'm not just going to give it out at the end, or it's not just 10,000 here anymore. It's like,
just
oh,
constant.
Here's a $500 tip to you, or oh, how much did this steak cost? Here's $5,000, keep the change, like stuff like that. Like it's insane. And then he'll throw in bits of personality here and there, and then he has his entourage that come with him and all of that. But it's just insane when you start looking into like how it's explained and how it makes sense. Which is, I'm not sure if it's...
There's a lot of different ways, I guess, that it works. Because some people deliver on that us, but then you see some YouTubers that just, like, nowadays, like, PewDiePie just sit there and, like, react to, like, a TLC clip.
He can do whatever he wants. He can literally do anything.
Right. It's just, like, starting up point that's hard to get through, you know? Once you get started, like Twitch, like
and
YouTube.
This is what we were talking about.
That's how you keep going. Yeah, you just have to get that first part started. Once you get that, like, on Twitch, if you get that, like...
Gotta get the base.
If you get, like... 20 viewers or 15 viewers on that game you mainly play, and then you leave the game for whatever reason.
5 or
do
10
something.
will come with you.
Exactly. 5 people come with you. That means, hey, I get pushed up like 5 people on Twitch because it shows like usually high to low.
Yeah.
Right? But on YouTube, same thing. If you have that base and you switch games or you switch your type of content and you still have half your
But
your
you
base.
need to diversify before the game loses traction.
Right.
Which is
so you should
the thing
be
about
able to
Twitch, and you could apply it to YouTube too, where it's like some people get stuck in the niche.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. If you see that, hey, the game is like going downwards, and you should be able to, you can kind of see that by how many viewers you're getting and what's going on.
Or it's like you can look at a streamer, and the second you see their name, you can associate them, and you either know them for a game or you know them as a streamer for maybe who they're always on a Discord call with or something else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that's just the hard part. We could go far with it. We'll see. Maybe you could do some I don't know, what's it called? Ding dong dishing in college.
Something, dude.
Hey, people watch that. You could probably just strap on like a GoPro and just walk around campus. I just be like live
backpack with internet setup or everything.
No, you can put your phone on your chest.
Oh, phone, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. I mean, if you're on a 4K recording, yes.
Well, but GoPro, like, you need the cord strapped up to it so you can get to a computer or phone to the live.
Well, phone, you could just record it, and then you plug it into your computer, and it takes a couple, depending on how fast your computer is, you just upload it to your computer. It's not hard. I mean, you could start off with a phone, but yeah, if people start liking it, you can put on a backpack. Like, some streamers have, like, those backpacks that there's, like, a camera on the side.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That shit is, like, whoa. Like, it's kind of weird to, like, walk around with something like that.
Isn't that what Asian Andy does?
I think so. Well, that stuff is expensive.
And then there's that, I don't remember the other guy's name. I know there are, like, 2 super big dudes in IRL that just go walking places or
whatever. They find content somewhere.
Have donations with the talk to speak on or text to speak on.
Yeah, I have that on. I mean, not like I get the donations, but once it happens, it's implemented.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to set all that up.
Yeah, let me know. I can help you on Discord if you just screen share. It doesn't. It's really easy. It's easier than you think it is. If you use Streamlabs OBS, it's easy. But yeah, if you want to start streaming, go for it. If you have the time, obviously.
I have the time where I'm just sitting there and doing nothing, so I could have it there, listen to music, whatever. See if there's anyone who wants to talk.
Yeah, why not? It's just the consistency. Like nowadays, it's just like my viewers will ask me on Discord, like, "Are you gonna stream?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Like usually every day, maybe I'll take off depending what I do tonight. Maybe I take off today, but it's at least I'm going on 5 days a week minimum.
Yeah.
Right, and it could be 1 hour, it could be 2 hours, but usually it's like 7 to like 11 or something.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours is a good like little time slot. On weekends, I might go on like early and get the European viewer base, which is actually a lot of people.
It's a really good viewer base.
Yeah, but I learned, and I'm telling you this right now, if you know good Spanish, if you put in your title English/Spanish, like in brackets, like what is it, ES and ESP or something?
Yeah.
Whatever the initials are, and you put that in your title, you'll get a lot of viewers.
I think it's ENG/.
Yeah. If you put that, sorry, I don't know how to say it. Yes, whatever. If you put that in your title, you'll get a lot of viewers. Like Spanish view, there's a huge Twitch Spanish viewer base that, like, it's hard for them to communicate to English. So since you know Spanish and if you put that in your titles, you'll get a lot of Spanish viewers as well.
Go for it, man. We'll go for it.
Yeah, because your Spanish is better. I
I'll
forgot
practice
on mine.
on it too. It's what I need.
Like I can kind of tell, but I'll look at the verb and I might recognize the verb and like very few, and I can put it together, but like not to the point where I can communicate.
Yeah, like you can't respond.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know what you're asking, but I don't know how to respond back to it. That makes sense. But since you're obviously how to speak Spanish, that'll actually really help you out. So I recommend putting that in your title.
We'll go for it.
Yeah. Why not?
Might do it tonight after the soccer meeting.
So what do you do on that?
So because we can't be in person as of like the last month, we just hop on Zoom at like 6. Then coach was like, "Oh, Kyle, nice to see you again," because like there are only 2 varsity guys that have been showing up. And like he had me text half the team last time, like, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there."
And no one showed up.
2 of us.
There's no point for them because you guys aren't playing
no,
any
but
games,
all the
are
freshmen are there. So what we're doing is like we'll stretch for like 30 minutes, and he'll put like screen share a YouTube video of like a stretch routine, and then there'll be like a core work routine that we do, and then it's like kicking the ball against the wall for 30 minutes, or like dropping it and keeping the ball up, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we go over tactics for 15 minutes, which turns into 30 minutes because he starts rambling. And
yeah, but I mean, for seniors, I guess if you're not playing this season,
I'm the captain. I have to show up, dude.
Right, I know, but I'm talking about for like your teammates.
Yeah, no, I've been so tempted to just feel like, do I really need to hop on?
Yeah, I could just hop on and mute and just.
No, I hop on and I have my camera facing the ceiling and I'm just sitting on my computer looking.
Yeah, you could do that.
Do my due diligence on the stocks that I'm looking into or whatever.
Right. Me, it's just, hey, what can I record today?
Yeah.
That's what I've been, because I'm not interested in stocks. I mean, I'm doing I should probably focus more on my cybersecurity stuff, because I did get an internship over summer. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, so I have to take these. I have to get these certificates.
Yeah, you have to get the certs to even.
Participate in it. So it's most likely going to be in like DC, East Coast area of Virginia. Sheesh. So I don't know if I'll go, but for now it looks like I'm going.
Global over here.
Global. Hey, the Twitch streams are gonna be me on my phone, just like lean it against the wall and just sit there.
Something, man.
Yeah.
And then you have your laptop open with the chat or whatever else you're doing. You'll be fine.
Or I can just take my whole fucking PC, just unplug everything.
That's all you need.
Huge. I can't take that on a plane. It'll get crushed.
Yeah, I know.
It'll get crushed unless you put some.
The fragile box isn't enough.
Yeah, it's. They'll throw it around like it's trash.
It happens.
We'll see. But that's my plan so far. If, I get my certificates in time. And I think it's going to happen around June. So by then, I think I should be ready. Hopefully, if I actually do my work.
Yeah.
But, that's a whole other thing.
Should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get paid. We'll get paid a little bit of money. And probably just do nothing with it.
Yeah.
The usual.
Invest? Dogecoin, man.
Okay, here we go again to the
Dogecoin.
No, it's better. It's better in my pockets.
I'm joking about Dogecoin. Just legally, personal opinion. Maybe if you want.
You have to say, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a financial professional. This is my personal opinion. I
genuinely do have a good hope in Workhorse, though. Ticker WKHS. Look it up. It's great. You don't believe in it. That's fine. No one else does.
Hey.
CNN still says it's going to go back down to 20.
and everyone listens to CNN. I don't even have cable TV,
Yeah.
so I can't look at CNN unless it's like clips from YouTube that they keep forcing on my page, and I'm like,
I
recommend.
don't get forced new stuff.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes like if I see something on the GameStop thing,
Yeah.
the next video will be like, Reddit, I don't know, Reddit bros or something, Reddit people turn against Wall Street.
I used to get recommended Reddit videos quite often.
Reddit's a different thing. Reddit, it's good for like I said,
if there's a community
advice.
that you're a part of or whatever, it can be great.
You can find it. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. It's like
I'm like a part of a camping community, hiking community.
Yeah.
Never checked it, but every once in a while you need advice.
Yeah, you go on there. It's like, hey, I have this kind of. You think that like
I have this gear. Is this good enough for this or whatever?
And there's always someone that's
for
like
whatever you're talking about too. Any niche, like if you're a huge Pokemon card guy, they'll tell you the grading of your car, the value. Oh, like this is good, bad, like this, put in the garbage, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything.
That's why it's good. Is because everyone can find their little community to ask their questions.
A little niche in question.
Yeah, that's why Reddit is as successful as it is. Sometimes my homepage is interesting. It's nothing the stuff that I actually like join. It's just like it'll always be something politics, or now it'll be all types of investing stuff. When I open my TikTok, it's a bunch of you should invest in this.
Oh yeah,
this is how you make money.
I love those TikToks.
Like,
I eat it up. I'm like,
I watch them, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. Please recommend me something differently. And I don't know why it's starting to recommend me these things.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll look them up just to see if there's anything to it.
I literally don't even like anything. I don't know how they think is it because I'm watching it because it's funny to me?
If you have high viewer retention, they'll assume that you like it, even if you don't like the video or anything.
Usually I like to see like what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Not to join them, just to know.
Oh, that's how my one TikTok got viral.
Oh yeah, about
350 likes, almost 100,000 views now.
Oof.
Yeah. Which makes no sense. Like that ratio, god awful. But it happens. Got a YouTube subscriber out of it. So
hell yeah! There you go. You got him.
You're here.
You got him. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but I don't know. TikTok's like that because people could just scroll by it and it'll be a view for you, but it won't be a like.
Yeah. But we take it. We take it. 100,000's insane though. Like that's a lot of people. Even if they didn't like it, like I'm still looking at like the algorithm forced it.
Hell yeah.
Still happened.
Yeah, my highest TikTok is probably like 400 views, and I don't post on it anymore because I don't even want to open that app. To be fair.
It's a good call.
Yeah, it helps me out. It saved a lot of time. I've seen people spend hours on that because it never stops, right? You never have to refresh your page like Instagram. It's not people so it's always random content. With music, people get like addicted to just those like short clip musics, and it just keeps repeating. You never ends.
I got really into Charlie Puth for like a solid week and a half just because of his TikTok. He's a artist. You don't know who Charlie Puth is?
No, you're talking to someone who doesn't go on TikTok.
You're
like,
no, he's not a TikTok artist, dude.
Oh.
Here, wait, I got you. We'll only play 5 seconds. You know who Charlie Puth is, dude. You know of Charlie Puth.
There's a lot of people I don't know of that you'd be surprised.
No, you have to.
Was that a song?
Yeah. You know this song.
Oh, yeah. It's on a. That's
Charlie Puth.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So boy,
I got really into his music for a week because I saw him on my page, and then I looked into his profile. And so he produces all of his own stuff, and that. So I checked out his music, and it wasn't horrible. Not a big Yerba guy.
No, I just feel like you gotta I feel like this would be better with something with it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just I don't feel like it's the best by itself.
Yeah.
You have to be eating something salty or maybe anything.
I don't know. It's an acquired taste. I don't really like Yerba's okay. But I couldn't bring actual mate.
I feel you. Did I get a email? No. Okay, good. Because I sent a work email. I don't want to miss it. All right. Probably just won't respond to me till Monday, Paul. I'm trying to think of topics. Huh. Something. We could just talk about things. We'll go backwards more, I guess. We talked about recent things that's been going on. We go about things. It's been a while, so.
Any plans for the future other than the internship?
We'll see if I can. Maybe if I do well enough, I can get a full-time job off out of it.
Yeah. Then you don't need to go to college. Would you still want to?
I could just work. Did long distance.
Yeah.
It's computer work. So as long as I go to like the meetings and stuff, I'm fine.
Best of both worlds, right there.
Yeah, having a job in college is probably like the best thing that could possibly happen. But again, we'll hope for the best that happens. But for now, we'll do the internship. We'll see where it goes. Worst thing happens, I get some experience out of it, a little bit of money. We're good to go. But let me see. Let's just make it controversial then. Do you think that any type of voting fraud happened or no? Since you're into Workhorse, they are a delivery service, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You're a little bit in. You have a little bit of money into this, kind of. Not really.
You see, Workhorse is by no means a part of any of this because they're waiting for the USPS contract because they need to renew their commitment for new delivery vehicles.
Right, but I'm just saying it's sort of related.
Somewhat. I mean,
I'm just trying to connect to it somehow. I'm making this
in all
stretch.
honesty, there's no question that there was fraud at some level.
That's what I think.
But you need a question at what level, and I think it's very bad of people to just dismiss the fact that there was any fraud at all to begin with because there was.
It's not possible.
There's no
I don't think so.
Talking about like there was, but in what capacity?
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that actually.
So I don't like getting into it because it could have been very big, it could have been very small, and it's very situational. Like I think it was more prevalent in some states than it was in others.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know if it favored one side more than the other.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard to imagine that many people would vote for our now president, Joe, but I could be wrong. Because looking at, like, he wasn't very convincing as far as speaking. Like, he did go a lot more radical before an election, which, for that to be happening, is really the opposite of what you'd see in Friend. Like, normally that polarizes a lot of people against you. But if it worked out and he is the rightful president, I'm fine with it. Like, I'm fine with having President Joe.
Yeah,
I don't against
really care.
it.
Listen, for me, I made a video about it. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I talked about that whole, like, capital thing. I was like, you know what?
At the end of the day, it doesn't change my life that much.
Exactly. That's what I said too.
Until it does. And if it does, I'll talk about it.
No, we'll run away. Easy.
Oh.
That's what happens.
Already on the list. They're not going to let me out of the country.
Well, my parents figured out a way. We will.
Yeah. No, there's always a way.
That's exactly what happened to my parents, I guess. The whole revolution happened. King got overthrown, and then, revolution
That's
happened.
when my grandparents came from Argentina. Same thing.
Exactly.
Different revolution. Same sort of situation.
Exactly. They had to go somewhere, and then they're like, all right, well, we can't be here. And if that happens here, then we're going to have to go somewhere else. So if our grandparents did it, or our parents did it.
The unprecedented thing, though. Biggest defense force in the world.
But
a lot of people to stop you.
Yeah, but let's be real. If it gets to that point, a lot of people are going to want to leave. So you could always... It's just if you get lucky or unlucky at that point.
Yeah.
But...
Well, thank God I know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
It helps me get out.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, probably would help.
Because if I'm escaping to the south, I can blend in a lot more than Chad and Brad from Apapai. They're trying to get down there.
Yeah, but for yeah, I could muster up some Spanish by then.
If you need it.
If I need to, I'll figure out. I was in Argentina. I understand the lifestyle there.
Yeah.
To some degree. I mean, I was only in Buenos Aires, but it's still somewhere in Argentina.
Great food.
Yeah.
Great food.
They have great meat. Their meat is their steaks out of this world. Actually, every type of meat. Actually, their lamb and their
started the short rib.
Oof, they have probably the best kind of meat. That's why, like I said, their McDonald's there. I don't know if I told you.
Mesa.
Yeah, And even their empanadas, any food
Oh.
that had any type of meat
I
in it.
hate it when my Mexican friends are like, "Oh yeah, no, empanadas aren't supposed to be a meal." I'm like, "Shut up," because
No.
they make it like pastries in Mexico.
Right.
And it's just like
Well, yeah, because in Argentina it's just literally just, hey, you want chicken, beef, or like pork? Not really even the pork that much. Spinach too, yeah.
Spinach is big.
Spinach doesn't really fill you
Tuna,
up.
you can get tuna once, but
The most popular is the beef and the chicken,
The
I'm pretty
pollos.
sure. Yeah. The chicken
Pollo.
is out there. Pollo. What?
pollo.
I can't pronounce it. I used to be able to when I was
Because in
younger.
Argentina, it's the double L,
Mhm.
which is like in Mexico they'd say, "Como me llamas?"
Yeah.
Or "Yo me llama" is what they'd say in Argentina. Like,
Yeah, it's just different little dialects.
Instead of "ya," it's "sha."
I forgot it if I did learn
It's
it.
the only difference.
Yeah.
And then some things are called differently, like different names.
Yeah, but their
very
food is
small.
really good there.
Great
I
food.
remember.
Amazing food.
I need to go back.
The best food.
Yeah, their meat was out of this
Italians put up a good fight though, but we basically took anything that was good from Italy. And,
Yeah,
Germany,
Italians are
we
probably
got
better with
that
like.
German food too,
Yeah, German food is good too.
because that's what made up most of the population.
Yeah,
And Spanish came first. That's why we speak Spanish.
That's true. But the food is good everywhere. I feel like everywhere except here has like I guess they're more like
No,
focused
we,
on a certain
we
food.
definitely have our own sort of food though.
But I
the
feel
fried
like
chicken,
we grab everything from other parts.
and we change it up a bit.
Yeah, but exactly, it's not as good. It's like, when you pick your character, you're like, offensive, defensive, and then you have like all around, and we're like the all around guy. We're not great at one thing, so we're like all around.
If you're in the South, it's different.
Yeah,
American barbecue is different than what anyone else in the world was doing.
True.
Like fried chicken, mac and cheese, just the way everything was made. Like it's just they have some deep culture in the South. Like here, we don't have that because it's a melting pot here.
Yeah, that's true.
So we got everything here. You can have a shawarma place next to a nachos place.
I agree.
Across from a Starbucks, like you get everything.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, I didn't think about that. Maybe other states are more.
You get the ramen place next to the Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Next to John.
Maybe.
It's like there's everything. There's everything.
Yeah, but it's not the best of everything. That's the only problem I have with it.
You get all levels of everything. That's what people forget.
Right, but I feel like, obviously if you go to China and have Chinese food,
Yeah.
you'll probably have the best Chinese food.
Unless you go to the wrong place and you get the worst
Right, but
Chinese food.
there's more, the worst Chinese food in China is probably like up there here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So technically, yeah, you could go to a bad place, but a bad place is still a good place for that specific food. You know what I mean?
That's a strong argument, but I'll give it to you.
I'll give it to you. Kind of. Think about it. Here, if you go to a bad Chinese food, it's like already saturated, and you're getting the worst one. There, if you get a bad one, listen, I don't know. I'm just talking about my ass here.
I think China is a bad example because the worst Chinese food is like bats and whatever animal they can find.
A lot of people have been eating weird animals for a long time. It's not weird it's in your culture. Like a lot of countries.
That's what we're comparing it to. You said the worst Chinese food.
Right, but it's not.
The worst Chinese.
Well, what do you mean by worst? Worst by tasting or worst by what they use? Because sometimes they'll eat dog, but it'll taste
You're
good.
the one that brought it up. So what are you defining it as?
I'm defining it as tasting bad, or it's like, yeah, it's just tasting bad.
I
think so.
Don't think that the worst would be like higher level here. I don't think that's a fair argument. I think we get a decent range of like good to bad compared to what they do. Maybe on a smaller scale, but
okay, I can see
you're
that.
probably chopping off the worst of the worst and the best of the best.
Okay.
Just because of all the food requirements and the health requirements that we have here.
True. Okay, that's fair. No, I
So it's like a sample group of what you're getting from a different country.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously because it's been here for so long and people have been here and maybe this restaurant and their way of cooking it is like generations off of what they're doing in China. So that's where you get the discrepancies in like Italian food and everything like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you're not going to find stuffed crust in Italy.
No, I don't think so. And if they do start doing that, it'll probably taste better.
Yeah. But it's just
not a thing that you
different
really
life.
need. Because why? You already have cheese on the pizza. Why do you need the crust?
I've never had stuffed crust. I can't.
I've had it, but it's just extra. It's like having you know those cheese breadsticks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like
Cheesy
having
bread.
that cheesy bread just on your pizza. It's like an appetizer, and because you eat the pizza first, then you eat the crust, right? You don't eat the crust with the pizza at the same time.
Do you like Domino's?
Depends.
My
Sometimes.
favorite side from Domino's is their jalapeno bacon cheesy bread, which is insanity. That's a thing.
Yeah, that you only see that kind of stuff here in the U.S. I don't really think.
Well, we've tried to export some of it. Like Domino's, you can find in almost every country now.
Yeah.
Same thing as well, like Pizza Hut, KFC, McDonald's.
True.
Like, we were so good at fast food that we institutionalized it around most of the world.
Yeah.
Except for places where, like, the amount of money that it costs to get those things is more than the average person can afford. So, like, McDonald's would be a luxury item. Like, that's not functional.
Yeah,
because
some
their
countries
quality
like
is
that.
not luxury.
Well, it depends. Some places make fast food better because of their resources nearby.
Yeah, but some places don't always adapt. Like in Vietnam, McDonald's probably has like 40 locations, I want to say, and their goal was to have like 100 times more. Or they might have 400, but their goal is to have 4,000. And the reason why it doesn't do well is because street food there probably costs like a quarter for an entire meal. McDonald's is charging like $1.
Well, because I remember in Argentina, McDonald's was like a luxury almost.
Yeah.
It was like a restaurant. There was like multi-stories and there was like computers in there to play. Like it was like a huge thing. But like here, it's just like a quick meal.
Yeah.
There it was like sit down, use your Happy Meal. It's
Here it's like towards the bottom. Like if you're going to McDonald's, it's because it's cheap and it's what you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And in other countries, it's like that's where you really see the difference in wealth between countries, because to make something cheap there, it's like completely unimaginable to what corporations do here.
But also, I feel like it tasted better.
It probably did, because they probably
Meat-wise.
had higher level meat available to them, closer to them.
Yeah, that's probably why it also was expensive, because people have to be willing to pay for it, even if it is more expensive. And if people are willing to pay that price, then it had to be decent food.
But sometimes they try and put the supply where there isn't the demand, and that's it's the little things like that that just intrigue me. And I just
Hey, I mean, it's easy for them to make a new McDonald's. It's easier for them to even just keep producing them than even thinking about where the supply is.
But something that worked in one market, even if it works in most markets, won't work in every market.
Yeah.
And that's
it just
the
depends.
beauty
But
of
for them, it's so easy for them to do something like that, and especially because they're a franchise, so anyone can open up one, and all they have to do is just slap their name on it, and they get a percentage. Like for them, it's like, hey, I get a percentage of this guy's cut regardless.
But they still need to set up their corporation to allow it into a certain country, and some countries won't let certain corporations in, and then you get all of that. The red tape behind it. No, we'll let you in, but you need to chalk up this percent to us, and then whatever.
Yeah. At that point, yeah.
But there's so much. There's so much.
Hey,
so many nuances.
If you enjoy that, then go for it.
It's great. It's great.
I'd rather sit there and listen to how you could accidentally download crypto malware. That's pretty fun. Like, well, the fact that
you're mining and
no, it's like I can put let's say I just hey, you somehow accidentally download let's say it's just you get this software that's usually paid for free.
Yeah.
Right, but with it could be some malware that whenever you turn on your computer and if it's idle, and it'll start mining crypto.
Free iPad, dude. I just wanted a free iPad. They told me I won.
It'll start mining crypto, and then it won't go away until you open up Task Manager and you see it.
Yeah.
And it goes from 100% to 10%. I'm like, holy, in a second, it realizes.
I downloaded a virus once, and I noticed, so I was able to get rid of it pretty quickly, but I had to go into Task Manager to get rid of it and uninstall and try and fight it. It wasn't a horrible one. It was just taking up all of my bandwidth.
Yeah, that happens as well. You also have to run different type of softwares too, because sometimes you delete it, but it's already like
Yeah.
in your computer, so you have to find something that like scans it properly.
We got Bitdefender, so we chillin'.
I use Malwarebytes. That's pretty
Yeah.
good for me. It's free, and then if you just delete and re-download it for the premium version, and like I did it for my desktop. It didn't really have anything. I had like one or two, three it was like extra package. Like, you know when you download something and it gives you like that extra toolbar or something, yes, stuff like that. It was like it got rid of. But for this laptop that I've been just like fucking around now, especially now that I have my real computer, I just am downloading whatever the fuck I want. Had like 4,000 threats.
It's so bad.
And I was just like, oh wow, I found all of that in like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, delete, and then
So
good.
bad.
Hey, I mean that's why there's the demand for someone to protect your device.
Yeah.
Because there's like 4,000 things out there that mine crypto on your computer, or do some stupid shit, or lock you out of your computer and force you to pay a fee of like $10 to reopen it. That's so it's becoming so like prominent, and hacking also is becoming like more advanced. That
Well, yeah, because people are starting to understand how lucrative it is. Because once you get to a certain level, it's so low effort to get such valuable information out of people.
Oh yeah, I know now. Now I could literally, if I'm like on your Wi-Fi connection, I can I can see everything about your device. I could get into your device and then see if you log into if you put in a username and password, I'll see that if it's not correctly like secured, and I'll see you put in this is your username, this is your password through your Wi-Fi.
Never save your password, folks.
That too, yeah. That also
Never
you
save
get
your
around, but
password.
stuff like that. I could put like a router next to your house, and if you have your computer on, automatically connect to like a network. It'll connect to it, and then boom, I already I'm in.
Basically. So you just need a fan. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
doing.
some people like they'll just set up like my dad tells me like there's all these type of things that
a
they
fan,
do test.
A VPN setup.
You could get in through a TV that's connected through Ethernet.
Yeah.
Like if I just plug in some type of
get some Bluetooth going.
Bluetooth too. Someone could drive by your car, and if your phone is connected to Bluetooth, then I can somehow get into the Bluetooth. There's a lot of ways. Like if you have those car keys.
That's the argument against automated cars for me. I don't want someone hacking.
It could happen. You know what's hilarious is when I heard that their back-seated seat warmers are in the car, but Tesla charges you an in-app fee to turn them on.
Really?
Yeah, so there's like backseat warmers, like the seats get warm, but they're like $300 to unlock it. I'm like, it's already in the car. Just pay someone $20, and I guarantee you, if you bought the car and you own it, right, not a lease. If you own the car, I think it's worth just $20 to somehow get in and turn it on. You could honestly open the seats yourself and figure out a way to turn it on.
But it's within the Tesla account. They probably have tripwires where if you try to access certain code, you can't get into it.
Some people
Elon's smart, dude. You got to remember, he's a computer scientist. He's not messing
Yeah,
around.
but there's always, it's easier to get around it than to secure it. It always has been.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be some type of hole that you can. Some people have already done it where they've hacked into their Tesla and they've improved the what's it called? The automated driving.
Yeah.
So now it'll make certain turns. Yeah, it's risky, obviously, in a street like that, but how are you gonna tell?
Yeah.
You won't know, and Tesla's not viable for
whatever add-ons you do or however you
even if your auto drive gets you in a crash, they're still not liable for it because you signed
that you're doing it at your own risk.
Exactly. So for them, it's like I'm gaining something and I'm not risking anything.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point, they'll find a way. It's just backseat warmers at the end of the day. I'm not trying to pay $300 for something that's already in my car.
Well,
and new car manufacturers are doing the same thing. Like they want to.
Especially if you live alone or it's just you and your significant other, and you only bring people around when it's like, oh, let's just carpool or stuff like that. So
they're starting to do this thing where your steering wheel is warm, like it has heaters in your steering wheel, and they're locking that now behind a paywall. Like, are you? Is this like own the actual car and they lock it behind Haas software? And when I heard that at first I thought, oh, they'll come in and install your seat warmers.
That's so bad.
When I learned it was inside the car and you lock it behind a paywall when you already bought the car? You've already paid 50 grand for technologies in your car already.
This is why I hate big
Oh my god.
corporations, dude.
I was like, holy
That's
shit.
like buying a game from EA and learning that you can't even use half the game unless you like pay for
Exactly.
this or that, and makes me sick.
It's actually DLC for your computer.
No, that's like
For your
Xbox or PlayStation. You have to pay for PSN or Xbox Live to even use any online feature on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity that you buy the game, you buy the console, and then you need to pay a yearly subscription fee to even use what you already paid for.
At least those services are they're like servers. This one is literally just a seed warmer that's already built
but
in.
even that,
That's
it's
what makes
like
it even worse for me.
I bought this, and the server should be included because I'm not using that much bandwidth. I'm barely accounted for. You charged me up the gazoo for this console.
Well, no, technically consoles are cheaper than what they're in the console. Like they sell the console at a hard loss just for them to make money back on Xbox
But they
Live.
make so much money off those subscription fees.
Well, of course, that's how they make their money. They're like, okay, we'll make this Xbox cheap, right? Because there's two ways. You can either make the console expensive, and Live included for life, and it's extra, it's more powerful, or you make it cheaper and you appeal to way more people. And then that $60 a month is not as big as a deal.
And that's why anyone with like a decent amount of money that enjoys gaming gets a PC.
Exactly.
Because then you can get a better setup, you get better quality, better resolution, better speed.
Right, but you have to be willing to pay that 800 plus mark, and some people can't make that.
Yeah.
In one purchase, right?
Well, and then you also got to pay for good internet, and there's just
exactly. But I'm saying just the console wise, for $500, consoles are a steal. Mm-hmm. But obviously that's how they're gonna make their money, is the subscription. They're thinking about, actually, Xbox announced that they're gonna make for anyone who's new to Xbox, is gonna make it more expensive. But then they got so much backlash out of that.
They were like,
we're keeping it at $60.
Can't grandfather you in,
Yeah, so that's what happened there. But what were we talking about before? Oh yeah,
Tesla seat warmers.
Yeah, seat warmers. The harder thing for me is, at least I'm paying for an online service. Like, I almost think of it like it's like Hulu, or like Netflix, where
a subscription.
It's a subscription and I'm getting a service, fine. But stuff that I've already paid for, that's hardware, like actual physical things, it's already in my car, pisses me off.
Well, that's the thing. If you were one of the first people to get a Tesla, like up until a certain date, and you're grandfathered into the system, you don't need to pay for supercharging. So you can go to any Tesla supercharger anywhere in America. Right. And if it's the corporately owned ones, you get to charge for free.
Yeah.
But if you're after that certain point, you need to pay some small fee to use it to get the energy for your car.
Yeah, and if you overcharge.
And it makes sense because they're losing some obscene amount of money on all the energy going to these superchargers and everything like that. But
I don't know. Yeah. They're somehow making the money back, or they wouldn't be running it.
They're not making profit. You need to remember that. Tesla's on a try and expand sort of thing, like what Amazon was on. Amazon barely ever makes a profit in a given quarter. But what they're doing is they reinvest every single penny that comes through.
Yeah, they bought Whole Foods. That's making money.
Yeah. Well, they're turning it into Amazon Fresh.
Exactly.
Have you been to Amazon Fresh, or have you seen videos of it?
No, the only one building I know that was, I don't know what building that was.
The Toys R Us.
The Toys R Us. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that what that is, or is that
it's an Amazon
warehouse?
Fresh now. It's Amazon Fresh. So basically, instead of having cashiers and you man your own cart, you still have your own cart, but instead of having cashiers and people stock the store, your cart becomes the cashier. So you grab something, you place it in, and there's this bar that can detect what you're placing in, and it knows how much it costs and everything. So you're literally just putting stuff in your car, and then there's a checkout area where it's this box of the store.
You put everything in.
Where you bag everything and then.
So there's just literally no one.
And someone will come and assist you to make sure that you pay for it or whatever. So instead of manning, having 10 people on the registers,
it's just one or two people.
Stuff, it's 1 or 2 people.
That's smart.
And then everyone else is stocking. So they're just getting rid of employees at every possible turn to automate it.
Well, yeah, that's how they'll make the profit, when they run the drones and they don't have to pay anyone. They're not liable for anyone. If anything happens to them, they don't have to pay. They don't have to pay their 401ks or anything.
That's the great thing about Workhorse, man. The drone wing. They have an entire drone delivery fleet.
Of course, it's
easier.
They'll make no mistakes. Nothing will go wrong. It's just
technology's there. The infrastructure's there. They're just waiting for that technology to get approved from the FAA.
And now I'm there to protect it.
Yeah.
Security
Hey,
protection.
You're gonna have to because drones start chasing down dogs or like a kid playing in the
Exactly.
street. They're gonna be problems.
Exactly. That's why I'll go into because I can see it growing and I'll be like, well,
And
someone's
then
got
any kid with a football or basketball is gonna be chucking them out of your delivery zone.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
You're not gonna be able to figure out who it was or what they did or.
But in terms of the only thing I thought of, like I said, I don't know if I told you this before, but for a business idea was having like an actual like customized shoelaces company,
Okay.
where you always buy shoes with like the shitty
Yeah.
laces that they give you, but you never can like find a good website that you can customize your own laces and shit.
Oh, okay. So you'd have like stock laces, and then people can put whatever design or
Right.
whatever they want.
Exactly.
And then you
You can also sell stock laces.
Do you use like some sort of 3D printer or something like that? Then
Well,
to,
I didn't
like,
think that
make-
deep into it, but I was thinking like as
That's the
as
first thing I go to. It's like if I'm having an idea, like I have to think about every detail.
right,
of
but
the
it'd
idea.
probably be some type of
3D
3D printer or some
like
type
that.
of thing to color onto it,
'Cause
right?
if you had to hire people or you had to like make the design yourself,
At first,
it would
you'd
take
probably
forever.
just find stock shoelaces to sell, like just
Yeah.
like blue, black, purple, pink, whatever colors. Because even then, it's hard to find
And
a
then
good
maybe
place.
you make your own designs that you offer.
there,
and then eventually, yeah.
you can get to customizing it
Or
where
the customized ones at a super high fee, and you maybe have like a 3D printer.
exactly that. But like as a base, shoelaces, and then you customize them. There can be special editions,
Yeah.
You could go far with it. Have like different, how you can have like different types of like things hanging off of it, stuff like that. That'd be pretty. Then you could have contracts with companies where hey, this shoe with this special shoelace is like limited, like only 100 are made because it has this shoelace on it. You know, I feel like that'd be a really good idea that no one really thinks about. That hey, shoelaces are not really,
Why not?
it's cheap to make, but you could, it's that type of thing
Yeah.
where people are willing to pay for plastic. Hey, you can pay for string.
Might as well.
It's just, if I'm actually going to sit down and be like, all right, let's do the paperwork, make our own company. Oof. That's a whole different story.
It's not too bad though.
Yeah, but I think it could work. Obviously, at first you'd probably be getting
I don't know the legal side of it, like if you'd have to file as a corporation or this or that.
probably, but it's not hard to file as a corporation.
Yeah.
Or at first as a private LLC or whatever it is. Just say because it's not. I think for a corporation you have to have 50 or more people.
Oh, okay.
I think.
That's not bad.
So if you're just doing it by yourself or with a partner,
Yeah,
it's
LLC,
way
yeah.
easier to fill out the paperwork and stuff like that. But I feel like it'd be good. At first, you'd probably just get shoelaces from China at very cheap.
Yeah. Sell
And
them off.
Sell them off, and then you
But
build
then
it
are
up.
they really better than the shoelaces that people are starting off with?
Right, but the whole thing is, if you don't want the white shoelaces they give you, or maybe they're ripped or they're dirty, right?
If you're doing something like that where it's customizable, you're gonna have to.
I'm talking down the line is customizable.
Yeah, but you'd have to probably be going to a higher base customer in the first place.
But we got to
So they're-
build up first.
But they're gonna want a higher quality product, or else they're never gonna come back.
Right, but when we're at that point, then we're at quality product. You have to start small. We didn't start.
Then the margins aren't good enough.
Whoa! It's shoelaces. How expensive do you think one shoelace is? We're talking.
But here's the thing: 'cause
pennies.
you're going for a niche market. The sort of person that's looking for a customized shoelace, or even like just new shoelaces,
Yeah.
that means they have money to burn on shoelaces.
Exactly. That's not niche. A lot of people rip their shoelaces, and it's happened often actually. For people will buy newer shoelaces more than they buy new shoes.
I don't know about that.
Because it's not there yet. That's why you can't see it. But at some point, people were sitting down and putting $1,000 into shoes. They're like, hey, all I need is a flat base, a little bit of rubber, plastic, leather, whatever. The leather would make it expensive. But now we're getting into just plastic shoes that are expensive, right? That are for what's on the shoe and how much it costs to make the shoe. It's super cheap.
I'd go in the luxury shoelace market.
Right, but you gotta start somewhere. I can't just start
Yes, you can.
with $20,000 worth of equipment.
No, you don't have to have $20,000 worth of equipment, but you can find some sort of company that makes them out of, let's say, wool or some higher grade material.
Right, but we're talking. You gotta build up to that sort of thing. It's hard to establish. I'm a luxury shoelace company. right? Apple didn't come out with a luxury phone like that. It was just first it was a competing phone or computing device. It was you gotta build your name first before you make shit luxury. Like Champion right now, Champion is considered luxury, but I used to buy it at Target for like 20. It was nothing. People make fun of me for having Target shorts.
Yeah.
Now having that is like, wow, it's a style. And Champion started off as just sportswear.
Yeah.
Now they're luxury, like stylish wear as well. So I feel like it's all like you gotta establish your name. Same thing like Twitch. You gotta play the small games with small communities first. Then at some point you can hop on Call of Duty with 10 viewers.
Yeah.
Right? But if you start off Call of Duty all the way at the bottom 0 viewers, you'd be lucky if someone comes by. It's not a bot saying.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? That's true. I feel like that's how it should work. First, establish your name, then make yourself luxury. You know? Because first you gotta be reliable. No company's gonna sign a contract with you for making their shoelaces if your shoelaces suck or they don't know anything about you.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shoelaces.
Hey, shoelaces. Or like even like the little, your pants, like those type of things, or even jackets, your hoodies.
I lose them all the time.
Exactly.
So that might actually be very useful.
I told you, people don't think about it, but then we're like, wait a minute, if it's easy to access and you could just go on the website or integrate it into whatever like Amazon or whatever. Hey, I want this cord. It's this length or whatever. With this kind of, you could do different styles, It could be a thing. Have a little charm hanging off the...
Whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. You lose these all the time. You lose, any type of thing that has that kind of cord or that kind of tightening thing. Could be us. Monopolize it. Easy clap.
Easy clap.
Easy clap. That's what I was thinking.
Easy clap.
I was just like, hey, if shoes can do it, shoelaces can do it.
All right.
I don't know about the name or anything. That hasn't passed by, but the idea is definitely there.
I'm trying to think of names right now.
It's hard. Because it can't be a long name or a corny name. Because then I can't go luxury with a corny name. You know what I mean?
It's all about connotations too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it can't be like a corny type of name, or it's like laces for maces or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So obviously, if you come up with something, let me know. Why not?
Customize your kicks.
Nah, because then I'm not customizing their kicks. I'm customizing their laces.
Yeah.
But if you think of something,
I digress.
Yeah, if it comes to your mind one day, you're sleeping, you wake up, you're like, shit.
I'll let you know. I'll text you.
Yeah, just hit me a text.
If I'm thinking about shoelaces.
Sometimes you wake up and the most random things hit you. Like what happened with this whole shoelace idea. I was like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Because I was playing with one of my things and I lost it for this jacket. Actually, it's not there anymore.
Every time I wash my clothes,
exactly. That's
they're
what
gone.
I'm saying.
They're not coming back.
It's such in high demand, but just no one thinks about it or no one bothers to just
yeah.
It's not accessible, like no one thought about having someone deliver your food for you from any place. But then once it became so easy to do it, where I can just download an app, put in my information, order something, and they'll go pick it up and give it to me. Then once it becomes easy and accessible, that's when it starts.
That's all you need.
Exactly. Let me know if you want to take part in it.
I'll start with Twitch. I probably won't even set up a way to donate or anything.
Yeah, most likely won't. But for some reason, someone gave me a $200 donation, and I haven't seen him since.
If people want to donate bits, I'll take bits, dude. That's all.
Yeah, bits you get a really small cut. For subs, if it's like a $5 sub, I'll get $2, 50 cents out of it. Which is fine if it's a month.
Well, yeah, because half of it goes to Twitch. And half
right, but if you once you become big enough, you can negotiate that to like an 80, 20, not 80, 20, probably not at the beginning.
But get better. Well, you could negotiate to the point where you're getting a contract with the damn place.
Right, at some point, Twitch, if you get big enough, you're getting
a salary to even stream.
If they tell you, hey, as long as you stream like 10 days a month,
right,
or a certain amount of hours, you can get 100% of Twitch subs. Yeah. Like we'll just take the viewers coming to Twitch.
They'll pay you on top of it.
Sometimes that as well depends.
When Ninja left, he was making millions to go and stream on that other platform.
Exactly, that as well. But I'm saying even at a little smaller level than Ninja.
Yeah.
they'll give you like the full subscriptions. Like subscriptions are 100% for you, but just having people coming to the website will take them to like once I go offline.
Yeah.
They'll if and it's they still want to watch someone.
And you're hosting someone.
Exactly.
Or whatever, yeah.
That's how they're thinking about it in terms of bringing people in.
Watch time, because they make ad revenue and they need that ad revenue.
Yeah, sometimes they force ads, but you can at this point for me, the only because I'm an affiliate, the only ads they get is when they click on my stream. Sometimes they'll get an ad.
Yeah.
The pre-roll ad, but if I run an ad, I'll get like pre-roll immunity almost. So if someone comes, so sometimes when I start my stream, the first thing I'll do is run a minute ad when no one's coming in because the noties take like a minute to go out or something.
Don't you get more if there are people actually in there when the ad rolls though?
Well, yeah, I'll give the money, but right now I'm at such a small point where like over the course of hours, I'll only make like 0.3 cents or 0.003 or some cents. Such a small amount to where, hey, it's better for the viewer to just join the stream without it, and it's better for, my growth.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, I roll the 1 minute ad, and by the time people click on the noti, and people just realize I'm live, there'll be no ad for them. They'll hop in easily.
That's all you need.
That's what I thought.
Get her done.
Yeah, that's what I do. But ad revenue won't make much, and every ad, I think it's fixed until you're a partner. So it's like if 1,000 people watches your ad, you get like $3.50.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, for Twitch it's fixed until you get bigger, but
is
for
it like
YouTube
brackets
it's different.
Where it goes up a certain amount depending on like whatever threshold of viewers you hit or something like that?
I think it does.
Or is it like a fixed percent?
For
like
now,
0.0001 per viewer or something like that?
If I run an ad and if only one person watches it, it'll be 1,000th of 3.5. So 0.00035.
Okay.
Right. So it's same for now, but I think if you're a partner and you have good enough viewers,
you can negotiate your rates.
Depending on how, if you run ads. Sometimes they'll say, hey, as long as you run like an ad an hour or maybe like, I don't know, like something like that.
While you're sitting in a lobby waiting to get in the game or whatever.
Exactly. You just run the ad, and people who are subscribed don't see the ad anyways.
Yeah.
So it.
Oh, really?
You can turn it on.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can turn it on. I can turn it off, but usually you turn it on for subscribers because they're already paying you $2. That's like a lot.
Twitch playing games.
Yeah, that's how it works. But for YouTube, it's depending on your category. So gaming.
There's a way higher threshold to be affiliated to YouTube too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
1,000 subs, 4,000 public watch hours.
Yeah, for Twitch, it's if you want to be a partner, affiliate is just 50 followers and like stream on 2 separate days or something, and like 15 hours total or something like that. For a partner, it's average of 75 viewers and stream over like 10 days and like, I don't know, like 50 hours or something.
Yeah.
So it's harder just for the average viewer. 75 average viewers is like over the whole month.
Which is insane.
Right, which for live viewers is a lot. But for YouTube, you could technically blow up one video. And you get all your hours watched and you get 1,000 subs from just like one video. And then you could be, for Twitch, you got to have the average. So if your first day.
That one video's the likelihood's insanity.
But at the same time, the chance that you start Twitch and you insta get 75 views is also tough.
Yeah, but I'd argue it's probably easier to build up the audience on Twitch.
Yeah,
if you play it right and you know like how to.
That's true.
Start.
Twitch is more. You can see yourself. It's more. You can control it.
Maybe that's not even true because YouTube, if you have a good thumbnail and this or that, good title, and then you deliver on it relatively soon, and like you have a pretty up to date title that there's not too much competition on or something trending this or that, you'll be fine.
Well, it depends.
I digress.
Yeah, Twitch is more. It's more linear. You'll see, hey, if I have 3 viewers now, there's more likely I'll get another viewer. Yeah. Or I'll get more followers
within another few days, or this or that, and more people will come in.
Because more people will just click on the most viewed stream.
Yeah.
Or like the top 7, 8 viewed streams.
Because there's normally a reason why all the people are watching or this or that.
So that's how it'll work for Twitch, but YouTube, like I was saying, the ad revenue sometimes for like financial. I know for like real estate, because real estate pays a lot of ads, right? And since YouTube ads are, well, Google ads technically are like specialized, right? So if you're watching a real estate video, you'll get a real estate ad.
Yeah.
And that's what the real estate wants to do. So they'll have like $30 per 1,000 views or something crazy, which is insane. Because if that video gets like, I don't know, 1 million, that's like, you're making insane amounts of money.
Yeah.
Because I think, well, the highest viewed Twitch stream just broke its record. I think it was like 2.2 million people were watching some guy playing Fortnite.
Live?
Yeah,
2.2 million live?
Yeah.
On Twitch?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Yeah, you look it up.
Because back when I used to watch Twitch, the like higher guys would have like 40,000.
Yeah,
and that was insane.
But this was like he was releasing like his own skin, and he was hyping it because he has a YouTube channel that's like 11 million subscribers. Has some Spanish YouTuber or actually that plays Fortnite, and he's like the biggest Spanish creator.
Siempre son los últimos. Siempre.
Anyways, that's why I said put it in your title, because there is actually a huge audience. So there was So some people were obviously English viewers just watching it, but he was like hyping up that they're releasing his skin, like he's gonna be in the game, and 2.2 million people were just watching him playing Fortnite. And people were like, hey, if you ran 1 minute ad, you're making like an insane amount of money. For 1 minute, you're making like 10K or something. But just clicking run ad. And if he did it like a couple times during his stream, people would have.
That's like a TV show, like the TV slot. Like that's how much money you're making per ad. Like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands per ad. That is insanity.
Yeah. And that people were like, they were.
Because like news channels get that much.
Yeah.
Like Fox used to have like during like the run-up to the election, 3 million viewers a night for Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
So it was
absolutely insane.
No one's seen it before, and they were really surprised that it was 2 million people.
Well, you got to remember, though, for Spanish, like, it's not just coming from a few countries. Like, same argument as English. Like, you could say, oh, yeah, Mexico, Canada, U.S., all English speakers, but we're stuck on our time zone.
Right.
Whereas, like, the other part of the English-speaking world, they're all on, like,
different
UK time. They're not going to be up when we're streaming at the prime time during night. Like, your time, 7 to 11, you're not getting that European audience. You're barely even getting the Australian audience. They're waking up when you're starting.
Exactly. So I'm really, like, just
But if you're Spanish, you're a lot of Spanish speakers in America, and then all of South America, all of Central America, except for Brazil, but they still understand Spanish. So they can still watch if they want to.
Yeah. So I think the best time they said to stream is like 6 a.m. to like 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Where here it's just early enough where people will watch. In East Coast, they're during work, so people will watch.
Or midday or whatever.
Right.
Have a break, you might hop
Same
on.
thing across the world, like, Europe and stuff. It's just the right time. It's mid-afternoon, later afternoon, and all, even if you're in like Japan, or like somewhere that's like
you
11
might be able
hours
to
ahead.
catch it at night.
And exactly, so that's like the perfect time slot I've heard, where if you really want to get everyone around the world, is 6 a.m. 12 a.m. p.m.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, definitely put the Spanish thing in your title. There's 100%. A huge audience. 2 million people were watching some guy play Fortnite.
Insanity, dude.
At once, which is crazy. Because even Ninja
What time was it?
I'm not sure.
Was it like our time zone, like afternoon to evening? Because I know, like, even Argentina and that, like,
I didn't even look at it that much. People just said, "Hey, some guy, 2.2 million people."
It's insanity. Dude.
Playing, and Ninja didn't even reach that kind of level. Playing with Drake, right?
Yeah, not even close.
Not even close to that kind of level. I think he broke like 500K, maybe 400K,
which is still insane,
right? But like
for a video game,
for someone that was in the Spanish community of all communities. To get that high, usually because people didn't expect it from like a Spanish streamer.
Puede hablar a todos que están despiertos ahora. Es muy fácil.
Yeah.
Porque puede estarlos en Honduras, Argentina, Uruguay. Todo el mundo está hablando español. Pero no ti. Your viewers probably not either.
I kind of understood that, but I can't respond.
Yeah.
So that definitely because also there's less competition technically for Spanish.
Here's the thing, my Spanish it's okay.
That's all you need, trust me. As long as that sentence alone, like if you hear someone, you'll read it and you can always just copy and paste it, put it into Google Translate. real quick.
I'd probably be able to get most of the words
exactly, because you're way better.
My dream would be to like have like 5 English viewers that are like interacting in the chat, and then like maybe 1 or 2 Spanish viewers, and then I talk to both of them like interactively at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of do that. I get like a good 12 viewers a stream playing a mobile game, interacting with them. Like I know most of them. Like, what their lives are and what's going on in their lives.
Because they'll tell you whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Or you'll ask questions about, like, hey, how are you? What's up? What are you up to?
Yeah, like some guy in my stream is like, he got a job as like a head engineer at like Samsung.
Oh,
and he's going from Japan to South Korea. And I'm like, so when are you moving?
Sick.
And he's like, I'm moving on Monday. And I was like, so how much do they pay you, honestly? At first, he told me like $7,000 a month, which is still a lot in South Korea.
Oh, that's insane.
But now he's telling me $18,000 a month.
$18,000 a month?
Right, because it's like I was looking at like the weekly pay.
So he's making like 200 something K a year.
Exactly. He was telling me his weekly pay at first. He didn't even know it was his weekly pay. I'm like, you're moving from across the ocean and you don't even know how much you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I was like, you better be dropping.
It was a good enough deal to go, dude. If
you
you're
didn't even know the deal and he was still going, which is crazy.
But it must have just been that good of a job offer.
For sure. He told me already he got the free like Note 21 Ultra, whatever it's called, the new Samsung phones.
I was supposed to get the whatever the new one is. I was gonna trade in mine because they had like a decent trade-in value. Mm-hmm. But there's a max of 2 per household. So my mom and my younger brother got it, and then I'm the one, but my phone's still fine. Like I still have like 95% battery life on it. It's 2 years old.
Yeah, that's
good. So it's done me good. I love them.
Yeah, I think
got a new case too. It's magnetic, so I have a phone mount that I stick it to.
Oh, like
so
for
I'm not illegally using my stuff anymore.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's definitely. I was like, he better be dropping some big donos, making $18,000 a month. He doesn't need $18,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Kidding. That's a joke. I was teasing him.
I'm just happy I'd be more than happy to just talk to the damn guy. Like, because if you're making that much, like, you're giving your time to me, like, I must be doing something right if I'm entertaining enough for you.
I mean, he's not at his job yet, but...
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Like, if someone that intellectual thinks that you're, like, great to be around and that you have stimulating conversation, like, that's a good sign. That's
I really think about it that way. I was just like, hey... This guy, there's like 5 other streamers.
Yeah.
I'm the only one with like a face cam. I'm telling you, face cam is a big deal.
Oh, it's huge.
Especially in gaming when, especially for mobile games, because for some reason people don't do that much face cam.
Yeah.
If you do your face cam, not all the way, don't do it all the way in the corners, because the corners is where it says live and it covers your face.
Uh-huh.
So what you want to do is like, either
slightly
top left, top
down.
right, or middle, or the middle area kind of, Or like, bottom left, middle.
We'll figure it out later.
I'm just letting you. It's
we'll set it up.
Because if I scroll over your stream, the live will be on your face, and I almost wouldn't be able to tell.
That's why I'm going to use my laptop, because I don't have like an actual like face cam, but for the laptop, I have the built-in camera and that.
Yeah, that's probably good enough to start off. Like this thing was like $40, and it's been doing pretty well. I could use my phone. You could even use your phone, but
we'll see.
There'll probably be a watermark if you use your phone.
Yeah. Because you'll have whatever software it is.
Exactly. I mean, you can use the same software, but for your phone, it'll probably be like, since we're using like this type of...
Just in the corner or whatever.
Yeah, but for you, it should still even be fine for
that's all you need.
Yeah, just sit there. Someone will come by, say hello.
Sit there with the camera on, music in the background.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get DMCA. Yeah, for Spanish songs, you won't get DMCA'd. If you're playing like your Spanish music, I don't think you'll get DMCA'd.
Well, how does it work with the copyright? Because I thought it was only if you're saving the stream that you can't have copyrighted music.
Well, the thing is that people will get clips of your stream. And it is, if they were getting striked most of the time, unless you were big, they would get most of your time your like saved videos, like your VODs, right?
But like actively streaming, it's okay to have copyrighted
I think it's okay if you, especially because no one's going to clip your stream, or you can turn off clips. Because most people were getting striked on, hey, you saw a funny moment while music was playing in my stream, you recorded it, and I obviously didn't know about it because it's not my clip, right? So I had to I wasn't even in my videos.
Yeah, because I'd be more than happy to put up like a clip that I had from like whatever recording on TikTok or something.
No, you could,
because TikTok's like they don't care.
They don't do it. No, I'm telling you, for you don't even worry about that. I was just saying.
So just have clips turned off and make sure that it's
Yeah, but just don't. You should be fine. For most of the music you listen to that I know of, those companies aren't going after you on Twitch. It's mostly the
I don't know,
rap.
because most of the Spanish is like they're American companies that run it. Like Sony Latino is American based in Miami.
Right, but I feel like it's harder because the software it's like how YouTube does it.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
So it's like they automatically pick it up if it's more than like 5 or 10 seconds. They can source it.
Exactly.
Got
So
it.
for your music, I think because there's sometimes it could be similar, and because I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think they'll go that hard after you, especially if you're new. If you're new, don't even worry about it.
We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out.
Once you won't have to worry about it until you're like 50 viewers in.
Yeah.
At one stream. For now, just play whatever you want, chill out. No one's gonna say anything.
Once I have that many viewers, I'm not gonna need fancy music anyways. That
Right, but like in terms of background music,
Yeah.
because if you're playing a game, you definitely want something in the background playing. So in terms of that, don't even worry about it. I don't even know I brought it up, but just don't blast it like it's clear. Just play whatever you want.
All right, we're gonna have to finish because I got meeting in 10 minutes.
All right, yeah.
But it's been real, folks.
Yeah, it's been a
Thanks for
2
listening.
hour podcast.
Mojo sleeping in the background.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself out the window. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. You probably didn't even make it to the end.
Hey,
but
thank you for coming.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. You too, Kyle. Thanks for being
Thanks for having me.
The same repeated guest the second time.
Oh,
it's
just a check-in. We got every few months.
Yeah, so many things happen that
I might have to come out to the East Coast this summer for that podcast.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next podcast or gaming video, whatever the hell I do. Ruining my algorithm. I'll see you guys. Peace.